The fractious territories, for no more specific term is possible, of the post-collapse are sometimes called the Thousand Kingdoms. This is, of course, an exaggeration in both number and sophistication. At any given time, there were on the order of 1 to 200 kingdoms, most of which amounted to little more than villages dominated by a local warlord, and however many knights could be sustained by any excess harvest. The most powerful of these kingdoms, the so-called Golden City, warped the political landscape of the former epistemic republic through its mere existence. Its ontological unassailability meant it alone could project military power over its neighbors, who were either too small or too unstable to send large expeditions any further than the horizon. The fact that it rarely did so speaks to its centrality to this era. The Golden City has always been, was a demonstrable, though magically uncontestable lie. And the Golden City will always be, must have seemed equally monolithic. Perhaps it is not entirely untrue. We are, after all, still telling its story. When last we left our players, they had entered the city of augury and had sought out an audience with the augur. And they had been accommodated. The door had opened. They presented the incunabulum, their gift to the augur, which had been accepted. And you look out through this door onto, sorry, Chad, I just rubbed my microphone. Can anyone attempt an arcane roll?
I can attempt one. No.
You know what? Let's go for it.
12.
I got an 8.
11.
11.
10 or greater. You suspect, and you don't know how you know this, that you are looking onto the ethereal plane.
That would explain why they stopped me from walking through the door.
It is a shadowy representation of the world that you are familiar with an uncanny, it is an uncanny version of the material plane. And through it, you can see what must be the augur. It is a light that shines out of the ethereal shadow of the pillar, the obelisk that floats in the cavern that the city of augury is built around. And give me a perception roll, please.
Ooh.
A natural 20.
Ooh. 16.
18.
12.
Peter,
Yep.
you have the brainwave. Of course, this is the ethereal plane. You recognize it.
Yeah.
Because what you see, what you first think are threads.
Is that okay? So when you say I have the brainwave, that I know it's the ethereal plane, but I failed my Arcana roll, right?
Yes.
So did my character just be like, wait, oh, like, is it just like because of this perception roll? Like now my character's like, oh.
Yeah, you basically you notice something additional, or
Okay.
you get a new piece of information that changes your previous perspective on it.
All right.
If that works for you.
Yeah, that works for me.
You see what you first think are threads emerging from the sky, but now you realize, focusing on them, that they are in fact almost like imperceptibly widening funnels that reach up to some vanishing point, because they don't narrow at all as they go up. Normally, something would vanish. Mm-hmm. These maintain their dimension. One of them comes right down to where the augur is, the presence, the physical projection of it, or the ethereal projection of it is. But there are others around you. Most are very distant.
But only one's going into the augur?
Yeah. And you think these might be somehow connected to the astral plane.
Okay.
Which is different from the ethereal plane, which we're looking at. Okay.
Yeah, the ethereal plane is kind of like this other realm
The in-between?
Is the ethereal
exists as a
plane kind of
parallel.
like, you know when Frodo puts on the ring?
Yeah, a little bit.
Kinda like that?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah. Right.
The astral plane is like Mount Celestia and the Seven Hells and all that stuff. Right. Normally it's very distant, but occasionally you can get some kind of overlap, and sometimes you can peer into it because there is a parallel kind of with the material plane. The augur, having accepted your gift, suddenly becomes a presence in your mind.
Oh.
And I want you to wait opening this,
Okay.
just one moment, and because I want you to reply with the first thing that comes to your mind. Answer as quickly as possible and honestly as possible.
When you read it or just right now?
When you read it.
Okay.
Are we taking turns or?
No.
Oh, okay, we're just going?
Yeah. Open the first leaf.
Everything.
Myself?
Myself.
Anything I knew.
Open the second leaf.
A monster.
Incapable.
Unknown?
Directionless.
Open the third leaf.
My sword.
My ability to question things.
Don't know.
What I am.
And those questions are just in your mind. There's no voice associated with it. It's just like almost as if there's a text, like not a phone text, but like the words just appear in your mind, and you can't help but answering them.
Do we all say this out loud? Well, I say this out loud. Like I'm saying this stuff out loud. Like Peter is.
You don't know if you're saying it out loud or not.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I don't know if you've ever been in that potentially altered state of mind where you don't know if you said something out loud or not, but this maps uncannily well onto that. I would like you to make perception rolls, please.
Ooh.
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 Oh, sorry.
19.
20. Natural 20.
I got a 15.
Mine's actually 21.
As the telepathic, what you recognize as a telepathic connection is made with the living spell, and it asks you this question. It could probe if it wanted to, but instead it's asking a question. There is backflow as well. You can't make a connection of this kind without something else coming back. And what you perceive with your very, very good roll is that these tethers that you see coming down, there is one that's intermittent that is being hidden almost by the augur. It's trying to be masked. And you, because the ethereal plane maps onto the material plane,
Yeah.
you know where it is. You know where that location is, and you know that it's concealed in some way. And it flashes a bit like lightning, you think.
Okay. Did anyone else see that hidden, like the hard to see thing?
Would we have spotted it with our rolls?
You would
19.
have.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. Or sorry, yeah.
But you get the full, like, you notice it,
Yeah.
but you get the quality that it's being concealed and that you have glimpsed something that maybe you weren't supposed to see.
Yeah.
Oh. So it didn't seem important.
I got
Important
somebody in
enough
my
to
head
hide.
asking all kinds of questions too. I don't know about you.
Oh.
I'm just gonna be open about it. Like I'm kind of freaked out.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who's having that experience. There's a lot going on in here, though.
Yeah.
You get this presence in your mind asks you, what do you want?
We get to ask a question.
I only got one question. Are you really the head of the Quickie Mart?
Yes.
Really?
Game over.
Yeah, thank you. Come again.
So this is out of character. We had prepared a couple of different ones. What was the one we settled on?
I wanted to ask what the tree symbol meant.
Yeah, we could figure out what the
I
tree
just want to
symbol
know
was.
who I was. I'm just...
Well, who he was might be tough because that might not be something that this thing can knowledge because it requires knowledge. Like figuring out the tree symbol gives us a clue to go and investigate. I don't think we had many other leads other than that.
I don't know. Peter would just be like, "What am I doing here? What is going on?"
That's a big, deep question.
Yeah, but I mean, like, not like life in general, but just this city, this place. Why can't I remember anything? Why is everyone okay with everything not remembering anything?
Yeah.
What's that? And then the stream, like, pointing, and why aren't the other ones attached to you?
Okay. You get this doesn't come to you as a coherent thought, but it's suddenly knowledge that you realize has been in you the whole, because you have arcane, right?
Yeah.
The living spells work by drawing power from the astral plane and using it to manifest abilities on the material plane. And this was not a good thing. This might have been overdrawing some accounts in some way. And that's... The level of magic fell dramatically for reasons we don't know. No one can know. But there are guesses that maybe we made too many of these things and used them too casually. And that might have caused some kind of feedback or just kind of depleted a lot of the ability to draw on the astral plane. So what you're seeing there are those connections that the living spells are still able to draw on, even though they're significantly reduced. Normally, well, not normally, in the ancient past, the world of the ancients, the astral plane was much nearer and easier to draw on, and now it's not.
And the augurs told me that, or all of us that? Is it speaking out loud? Do I know if it's speaking out loud?
You just know this.
I just know that? Okay.
Yeah. This might be filtered through knowledge that your character doesn't know that they already have.
Okay.
Okay. I guess I'll step forward. That's all right. Be like, augur, what is this symbol? What does this represent, and who are the people who follow it? Tried to make it very, very concise.
Right. The symbol you show it, suddenly you have the feeling of not unity, because unity kind of implies, has some connotations that the symbol doesn't, or deliberately avoids doing. What you feel is a sense of harmony and plurality, in fact, from it. That it reflects a convergence, not something that pulls people together, but something that people are drawn to, and for a common benefit or a common welfare. And it doesn't, what it doesn't have is any connotations of like strength or purpose or power. What it does have is a lot of connotations of community and basically just health and wellness, right?
Okay.
Mutualism maybe is a good word for it.
Is there a word? Is there like a name that goes with it that we can track down other than just the feeling?
Convergence.
It's called like the convergence or just convergence or something like that? All right. A clue.
I guess. I mean...
And it's also, it feels holy to you.
Yes. I imagined as much.
Okay, hold up, bolt of light. Can you give us any clue about what happened to us? We can't remember anything.
You get the mental equivalent of a shrug.
Shrug emoji?
This place
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah. One thing I neglected to mention is that anyone who's gotten a very high perception roll, you get the feeling that this is not a single entity. That there are two things here, kind of twisted together. Like, this is not one living spell, but this is somehow a helix with two things tied together.
Cool.
And one of them is listening and one of them is speaking.
Okay.
Like one of them is the
mouth.
One is the one is the one that is perceiving, and the other one is the one that is telepathically
talking to us.
telling you things.
Maybe they're a good team.
What else do we know that happened to us? We have the medallions, which stand for, I guess, convergence.
Yep.
We know that.
Somebody sent us here to talk to the augur. We're now speaking to the augur, and we use this opportunity to find out who we are.
Yeah.
So hopefully we don't get into trouble. I
there
should
any
be doing
record-
this in character, sorry.
I thought you were.
Oh, no, I'm not a giggly kind of person. Apologies.
I get the feeling that we were sent out to go meet the augur, and then someone met us along the way and stripped us of our memories.
It seems like they didn't want us to meet the augur. Because it looked like they were trying to find the cube so that we couldn't use it, but they couldn't find it. So we got here anyways.
Perhaps, but maybe we right now aren't the people who weren't supposed to see the augur.
Ooh, augur. One more related question. Are there any other convergence here?
One,
Ooh.
but it's an ambivalent one.
Okay. So, checking to see if there's a group of us that we're meeting or trying to join up with other people. Maybe a lead on where to go next.
Actually, two.
Two.
Now that I think about it.
Maybe a lead.
I'm not thinking
A
about
lead
it.
of where to
Maybe
go
two.
next.
Maybe five.
Wait. There's a few. Like, how many's a few?
There is one question that you haven't asked yet as your GM.
Oh, I thought we only got one. Ooh.
The city official's still with us, right?
Yeah, she's there. You mentioned it.
The original question we were supposed to do when we got here? Cameron gave us a clue. Damn. The cube? Oh, what was contained on it?
What was on the cube? Yeah, that's a good question.
Augur, can
boy.
you share what was on the cube?
I feel really ambivalent about doing that as a GM because
No,
it's
that's
like,
fair.
I've been working on the rail. Okay. The cube.
I just assumed we gave it to, like, we didn't have it, and then I was like, oh, it's just like a out of character. It's like, oh, here's your MacGuffin. Give us our answers. You know what I mean? Like,
The cube contained a history of a fantastic city, and fantastic here meaning fictional, also, outside the realm of imagination.
like
So
an
it'd
El
be-
Dorado kind of
Wow.
thing.
Or like
Yeah.
an Atlantis.
Yeah, if you've ever read Invisible Cities by Calvino, kind of that kind of thing. But it contained its census and its history, its mythologies, its art, its mathematics and science and magical stuff. It contained all of its maps.
Does that mean it was real though? Because it's not then it's not a fantastical thing, right?
It is so detailed that it does beg the question if it could be real or not, if it wasn't impossible.
Question: What could someone gain if this was real? do they have like, or were they just ahead of the times? Like, is it kind of that kind of thing? Like, if somebody had this information that knew the city was real and where to find it.
This the city does seem to have, if the city was real and if someone was able to invade it or gain access to it who did not have its best interest at heart, then something very bad would happen.
Okay.
Because the core of this city is I hate using this term in this context, but a vault.
Okay.
A secure storage environment. That containing and here we'll go through a bit of backstory. The augur is a 13th instar living spell. And as they grow and develop, they move through various instars. It's a term that's borrowed from bugs, basically insects, right? A maggot is a first instar fly, and then it becomes a second, like it grows wings and things. And every time they do that, you're kind of throwing the dice, right? Will its development of sophistication make it more intelligent, more powerful, more capable, or will it leave it kind of a mess?
Oh, so each time it like pupates, basically, each time one of these living spells breaks out of the cocoon, there is a chance that it could just go either ballistic or be mutated in some way, or I don't know, explode or fail, or just like
or it doesn't take.
Yeah.
And usually, what you're doing there, when they move through an instar, is you're adding another spell into it,
Okay.
and it becomes harder and harder and harder to do. So every time they move through an instar, it gets more difficult and more expensive. And if what comes out is stable, it basically is like this jewel.
And that's what the augur is. Like, if it's a 13th instar, is that not usual? You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
very unusual.
yeah. And I'm assuming that since you're telling us this, and our characters being here, we know that now. Like, that's just like, oh, we kind of.
Yeah, that's information that is passed along to you.
Okay.
Almost, it would be invasive if you hadn't asked the question.
Okay.
So now we know all about the spells and the way they function. So
And the vault,
Yeah.
because they don't die, and the people who made them didn't want to destroy them, is where the damaged ones are kept.
But if they're damaged, that doesn't necessarily mean they are not functional.
Yes.
And if someone had access to these, are they used as like a energy source or like a power source of some kind? Can they be combined? Like, I guess there's a whole wealth of questions that could be asked. Can they be combined? Like,
Unknown. If they can be, the Epistemic Republic never learned. They never learned how to deal with the fallout of what they had done.
And violent people have a very long history of turning mistakes into weapons.
they just put it in a box.
Question: how do we know we're not the ones that people are trying to stop from opening this vault?
You don't.
I'm just throwing it out there. What if whatever happened back at that wagon, somebody ambushed us and we had kept this heading because they were trying to stop us from getting into this vault to use these things for whatever reason?
I already told you, nobody who has a body like this is a good person.
Well, yeah. Don't judge a book by its cover, though. Am I right, Big Guy?
You just did.
Such a joker, that sword.
So dashing. Well, I guess there's only one way to find out.
Okay.
So augur, which way?
You have all the maps, right? Now, if this city was to exist,
The maps have no context.
No.
But
Does it talk about the relation to the sun, or any like a cardinal direction?
the epistemics would have only built something like this in a place of enormous stability, like geological stability. Right? No earthquakes, no floods, no volcanoes, nothing that could crack it open on any time scale that they understood.
So rolling back a bit to the spell that I saw leeching and being hidden, is that like, because you said it maps to the physical world, is that like close or far from us?
Horizons are hard to judge on the ethereal.
Okay.
But
But could
it's-
I like figure out where to go to
Yes.
get there? Yes. Okay.
Any other questions for the augur?
I mean, I don't feel like we're any farther along, to be honest with you. We know, what do we know? All right, what do we know? There's a vault. There's a city that may or may not be real. We don't know where it is.
We need to find it. We don't know why.
There are others like us.
Yeah,
Yeah, the convergence.
and there's 2 here in the city currently.
I'd like to believe the convergence represents good. And he just like looks down at his calloused and scarred hands. Should we find a room for the night and talk
Al,
about
did you relay information about what you saw?
I asked if anyone else had seen it, and Sword confirmed that he did.
it? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unless anybody else has any other questions for the augur. This is our one shot.
Be like, what are the names of the other convergence
Oh,
people?
yeah.
It doesn't know,
Okay.
but
Right.
it does. It doesn't operate in quite that mode.
Yeah,
Is why it
exactly.
doesn't know.
Yeah.
Do you know where they are in the city? Can you give us like a section?
It indicates the inn.
Ooh.
Okay. What about, okay, so you're theorizing that if this city was going to be anywhere, it'd have to be somewhere geologically sound. Can we narrow that down at all?
Probably means no mountains, no ocean, no river, no fault line, probably not hills, so prairies or like flat forest or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that all makes sense.
So just find a map of the world and start crossing out sections.
What about, God, what was the name of the storm?
The idol.
The Idol.
That would be a very bad place for this to be.
I'm not saying it's there. I'm just curious about it because somebody had said that having contact with the idol is the end result is our current condition.
I think that was Anders. That was his guess. He was like, "Man, your brains are all jumbled."
Yeah.
And there was a storm.
Just putting
That-
2 and 2 together.
Yeah, he's like, I suppose that makes sense.
Okay.
Something causation.
All right.
It's
Yeah.
bad. You don't want to get caught in it, usually,
Yeah.
right?
I don't have anything else to ask this thing.
Okay.
We've got some directions, I think.
Yeah.
We can work from that.
And it was Valentina. Do we know where the inn was? Is that the inn that
The
Anders?
Martin.
The martlet and mantle.
That's where Anders took us.
Yeah.
That's like the inn.
Yeah, it's not. This city doesn't have a very large resident population.
Okay.
And the inn is itself like built into a much larger building.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, Valentina, thank you for your time, I suppose.
When you break the when you decide that you've asked all the questions that you wanted, you feel like actually almost. You ever scratch one of those really good itches? Mm-hmm. That just
Ooh.
Gross.
as
Shivers.
this thing withdraws from your mind.
I don't like that.
Huh. And just like nod and head out, I guess.
The viceroy is there.
How many times have you done that?
Oh, I try not to. How was that?
You've never done it?
Twice.
Oh. Okay. I was like, you've never been?
I usually pass it on to other people.
How was it? Not
Only
very
twice
helpful.
today.
I'll tell you that much.
Can't describe it in any other way as that it happened.
Yeah. Something that has a lot of information. It sure does spout a lot of bullshit.
It only really speaks in the terms that you can offer to it. So,
Yeah, makes sense. All right, you got me. Touche. Parry, riposte. Yeah. Oh, well. Yeah, you win some, you lose some, I guess. I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know what else. I'm not good at conversing with beings made of light, I guess.
she clicks a stopwatch. Personal hobby. I hope you don't mind. That was 5 seconds.
For what?
That whole thing.
The exchange.
Oh, that was 5 seconds?
What's average time?
There is none. People have been here for hours. Sometimes it's just like, drop off the thing and you're done.
Huh. Wait, did that feel longer than 5? That felt longer than 5 seconds, right? Well, that's weird. All right. I don't like that.
That was a thing.
Yeah. All right. You're all taking this pretty well.
I kind of liked it.
Yeah. I didn't like it.
I imagine we'll encounter stranger things.
Hope not. Rather just, can we get back to the inn? Can we get out of here? This place creeps me out.
Fair.
If we need to get you down for a lie down, I think we can make that happen.
I'm due for a nap. Something.
We should probably ask around at the inn too to see if anyone has any information about what we saw.
Yeah. Oh god, I forgot the word.
Did the city have a name? I didn't even ask.
Augury.
No.
You didn't ask.
We didn't ask.
Oh, the Magic City?
The Magic City.
We didn't ask for its name.
No, we didn't. Oh, we're so good at this.
That's okay.
Peter's just like, we didn't ask the name of the stupid city.
I'm sure if it's a city of magical lore, people will have heard of it from the description.
You think so? Oh, God, we're doomed. All right.
We know our background. We know our direction. Have a little faith.
We don't know our background at all.
He's
We don't
got-
even know if we were part of this group.
I mean, I find it highly unlikely that we'd all be carrying these, and I pull out the chain if...
What if we were pretending to be people from this group?
Valentina, who has been waiting very patiently for you. I sympathize with your condition quite a lot, but I do need to lock up.
All right. Yeah, I guess.
We can continue this
Thank you
conversation
very
as we
much
walk to the
for
end.
allowing us to.
Yeah. Thanks for timing us.
Like I said, hobby.
Yeah, don't turn your hobby into a job.
So is there any real opportunity for me to sneak off and go read that book, the appointment book, or is it we being escorted?
She's keeping a pretty short leash on you. You
Yeah.
could try.
No, it doesn't. I don't want to risk it. I don't
Okay.
want to make someone angry right now.
Gotta risk it for the biscuit.
Okay. Do you head off to the inn then?
That's my intention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's chilling.
Okay.
Well, I'm not chilling.
I should stop
Peter
playing
doesn't
with it.
chill.
Yeah. So we can continue this conversation as we walk back.
Yeah. Oh, I
Okay.
mean, like, we're not any farther ahead than we were before.
I believe that we'll find the way.
What's your goal, Peter?
I don't know. I can't remember anything. I just want to remember what happened before. I want to remember who I was before, or what happened before we woke up on that cart. That's it. That's all I want.
Then let's see if we can do anything about that.
Stressed out.
It can be quite stressful if you're not sure what you're supposed to do.
Sometimes
Believe me.
it's best not to worry about things outside of your control. If we remember, we remember. If we don't, we have a fresh start.
No. I refuse to just roll over and be like, nah, that's fine, that's cool. Time for a brand new me. No, I want to know what the old Peter was. I don't even care if he was a dickhead.
Well, maybe we'll see if some ale can unlock any memories for you.
Yeah, okay, yeah. All right, fine.
All right. Well, you arrive at the Martlet and Mantle, which is, as I said, there's a large. It's a very large building, and it kind of lives in a corner of it, like a The overwhelming sensation you get from this city is of people living in the ruins of something that they can no longer replicate. It's actually like a building built inside the shadow of a much larger structure,
Oh, cool.
and kind of like climbing up its side and taking advantage of some of its like floors and infrastructure, but really it's just like it's just like secreted into this corner, kind of.
Yeah, it reminds me of a gross parasitic bug. Ugh.
And like anyway,
Thanks for handy.
you arrive, and it's active, it's lively. You come through the door, and there are all kinds of people here. You spot the delegation from the Shining Kingdom, the soldiers that you arrived with, and actually currently Natalia is on a stage, and she's reading from a book. People seem to be listening to her.
What's the content?
She's telling a story that you gather is called The Ashen Sun. And it is set 1,000 times 1,000 years in the future, when the sun has dimmed down to a coal shot through with orange flame, and the world has grown old. And every story that can be told has been told. And that's when the world ends, is when the stories stop being told. And
Depressing.
the last story being told is the happiest story.
Oh,
And that's when they stop. When the best possible one, when the one that has the best outcome is told.
Okay.
Do we have a room? I want to get somewhere quiet.
yeah. I don't know. Did Anders get us a room or no?
It's not really his wheelhouse.
Okay. So we'll go up to the.
Not our dad.
So I'll go to the innkeeper. I'll order 2 rooms.
Yeah. The innkeeper is a middle-aged woman named Anna.
Hi. I just hold up 2 fingers.
Private or common?
How much for private?
Is there anything more private than private?
5 silver a night for No, this is a D&D world. 1 room with 4 beds, sufficient for an adventuring party, is 5 silver a night.
Nice. All right. Yeah.
5 silver a night.
I
4
look
beds,
over
5 silver.
And just like,
One night.
1 night. I hand them 5. Yeah, I forgot a pencil, which is embarrassing. Pay for that.
She tests the coin.
Behind you is a cup of
Very good. Excellent. I have the coin. And then I'll also like, can I get food and drinks for 4?
Yeah, it's included.
Yes.
You get whatever's in the stew pot.
Yep. Yeah.
Bread and ale for 5. Or you can order something better if you want.
Stew is fine.
Okay. It is, then she, shows you where to sit. There are long communal tables.
Yeah. So this is weird. But as I sit down for the food, I'm going to just try and like, I don't know anything about what happens here, but I'm just going to try and reach out with the tree and see if I can sense anything, any sort of resonance. Just be like, I keep trusting my gut that it's going to lead me in the right way, so I just want to see if I have some way to just like
Give me an
Feel.
insight roll.
crit fail.
That's a 7.
Interesting.
Oh, is it? Oh, I thought that was the one. Never mind. Insight. That's better. 8. Thank you, Corey.
There's so much going on in here.
Yeah.
There's so, like, the density of people is actually completely, like, unlike anything you have ever encountered before, as far as you know.
Wow, a lot of people. Right.
You don't have context for this, and it is difficult for you to get a sense of what you're even trying to do. But it wasn't a disaster. Maybe you do actually get a sense of something, and that is a sense of relative safety. You reach out, you perceive the world around you through a sense you weren't quite aware that you had, and you don't detect anything that is a gross offense to the
Okay.
world.
So I reach out to try and find familiarity, and I find something unexpected. Huh. But feel safe as a result. Or maybe not safe, but safe.
But you do actually, nah, not with that roll.
Okay.
Actually.
Yep.
So like Peter, they gave us like stew, right?
Yep.
So like Peter picks up the stew and he's like, "You ever wonder, maybe, ever used to be a vegetarian? It's kind of weird, right? I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'm allergic to something that I could take a bite of something now and I could just keel over dead,
Yeah.
Seems like a pretty big convenience.
right?
Yes.
I guess like I could eat some fish, my face puff up,
You'll
have a
find
heart
out in
attack.
a few hours, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's kind of exciting, isn't it?
Oh, my question is, am I a coward? Like, I don't want to die, but for some reason I risked my life coming out here.
You did hide that whole night.
Yeah, I think you were just spooked though. I mean, seems a reasonable reaction. You just self-preservation kind of thing.
Yeah.
You're not a coward. Not
I
you.
can't
Look at you.
I can't imagine anyone who wakes up in a cart
made
surrounded
of
in the
bricks.
situations we were would be cowardly.
I'm still like, this is a bit much, don't you think? We still don't. We're not any farther ahead than we were before.
Boleznina. Boleznina.
Yes.
Bless you.
Sorry. This seems comfortable to you. This situation feels normal to you.
Quite.
Or not normal. It's a weird situation. But it does feel like something you have a facility with.
This isn't something we can't handle.
Speak for yourself.
You seem to be doing pretty fine already.
Feeling pretty frayed here.
Actually, the stew is served in like a big bread bowl.
Nice. Oh, then you can eat the bowl
Then we
after.
can eat the bowl.
Yeah.
Rock hard. Crunch, crunch.
It seems to have like some kind of meat and then like lentils.
Okay.
That sounds very good.
Peter,
Yeah.
you don't seem to struggle with words. Could you
That's a nice way of putting it.
try and find the other members?
Of this?
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of wanted to stand on a table and be like, who knows what this is? But it's probably too direct.
We did get attacked. So maybe a
Yeah.
little bit of discretion. might be in
Discretion
order.
probably helps a little bit.
Wee bit.
What does just wee bit mean?
Just a wee bit.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
it's just weave it.
It's
Just
like
weave
a
it, you
Wii
idiot.
Fit, only it's
Yeah.
Like,
Like
just
a
weave it.
keyboard
I
snippet.
Naruto run across the bar.
Just weave
I
it.
ask the first person I see, are they the Hokage?
Can I be Hokage?
And then I ask, can I be the Hokage? The Hokage of the tree village. And I show them my... No. All right.
so.
I guess. Well, I'm going to finish eating first.
And while you're doing this, Natalia is reading that story.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for her to finish because I have an urge to speak with her.
Okay. Give me a
might
perception roll.
What if she knows something?
That's what I'm thinking, and they know us at least. So that's a 10.
10?
Yeah.
There seems to be some kind of like sign up system. It's an open mic night,
Yeah.
apparently. And there is like a way to like go and say, I would like to go next. And you go and leave a thing on a table.
Okay. I don't think I'd like to do that.
Yeah, you
Okay.
said you wanted to talk to her.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, speak with her.
sorry,
not-
sorry,
yeah,
yes.
Sorry, no.
Speak to her. Not speak to the room.
All right, so you're eating.
Yep.
You have flagons of ale, the traditional D&D. And it's a pleasant night. When are you sitting with anyone? Are you trying to make conversation with anyone? Are you sitting alone?
The moment I'm done eating, I'm going up to our room.
Okay.
I imagine we would have sat alone, but not been hostile if people joined us.
Okay.
Sort of middle of the room where there's an open space for 4 people.
Yeah.
the Shining Kingdom soldiers do like. Anders notices you come in, and he's like, "Hey,
No,
you should come and sit with us."
definitely would do that.
Is Perry there, that
Yeah.
asshole?
Yeah.
If Gareth drags me into a dice game, I would not reject,
Okay.
but I wouldn't initiate it.
They're all trying to like when they do, they're like, "Hey, come on, over here," and they're listening to the story.
Oh, okay. I think we should just wait until the story's finished.
That's my plan.
All right.
And I like the story interests me. Is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
I could.
it's a
I'm neither
personal-
here nor there on it.
It's a it's an unusual concept.
It's something I've never heard before.
You
But you
don't.
can't even remember what you heard before anyway.
Exactly.
He's not wrong.
Got you there. Sha-sha-sha.
Like, history is something you have a concept of, right? Like
Yeah.
last year is a thing that you have a concept of. Next year is something you have a concept of. But the idea that it will change significantly is an unusual idea.
The
you
idea
don't
that the
experience
sun
very
goes
often.
out is not something I can conceive of.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's oddly affecting. He said of his own story.
I feel affected.
Yeah. It's a masterpiece, some call it.
Yeah, stirring. You have tears.
Your characters start crying.
I
You're
critic.
so moved.
Yeah, that's fair.
At what point do you sneak out?
Huh? Just as soon as I'm done eating.
Oh, okay.
What were can I remember what Anders and Natasha said they were doing in the city? I can't remember.
They had their own
They're
cube.
coming to give their own-
They had their own cube. Did you? You didn't meet the. I'm gonna go actually. I'll talk to Anders. Like, hey, did you do your cube thing yet?
Not yet. It's in the morning.
No. Wow. Having to wait, huh? That sucks.
I actually don't mind. I don't. I like it here.
Really?
Oh yeah, I love getting out of the city. I love doing these expeditions.
Yeah. What do you hate so much about the city then?
Oh, I don't know. I suppose I just feel a little claustrophobic there. Do you know, like when you do the thing that you love, anything else feels so oppressive, right? I love to travel. I love to see new things and meet new people, and just I don't know. It's hard to describe. It feels wrong.
I get that feeling too.
All right. Well, this is a lively table.
There's a story going on.
Yeah.
Really nice.
I guess. I'll just chill. I'm waiting until she's finished because we need to talk about this stuff, but not interrupt.
Eventually, the story ends.
Yeah.
And then you can continue. Do you slip away quietly, or do you just like?
Yeah, just ghost.
Okay. You can give me a stealth roll
care
if
if
you.
anyone
Okay.
sees
Yeah.
me.
That's
I'm just leaving.
okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's totally fine. The room is clean. It's quietish.
Okay, better.
It has two bunk beds,
And currently unoccupied.
a wash basin.
Ooh. Splash some water.
Yeah.
Maybe comb out my hair. Start rebraiding it.
What now?
Is Natalia to come back to the table?
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
She finishes her story and there's like polite applause, and yeah, she comes back and Anders greets her warmly, I suppose. They're married. He hugs her. She said she did great.
Cute.
It was a fascinating story, Natalia.
Oh, thank you very much.
I understand that you work with stories.
I'm allowed to work with stories. Yes, I curated our incunabulum.
Oh, that I have no idea how that would even work.
Oh, I collected all of its contents, selected the ones that best met the criteria that the augur enjoys, edited them, and then passed them along to the wizard who encoded it.
Oh, okay. You're not the one actually encoding it yourself. That was
No, it's not a facility I have.
okay. I wanted to speak with you a bit because we got to see the augur today.
Oh, splendid. How did it go?
It was an experience. we talked in a fashion with it. It gets in your head. I don't know why I'm telling you this. You've done this before?
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
No, I mean, apparently it's quite different for everyone. So I'm very interested to hear how you experienced
Well,
it.
I looked into these other realm, and there were lights and flashes and just information almost, almost like a memory, but not a memory. Just
Really
things that I know now.
interesting, because I always experience it as a conversation.
Interesting.
But maybe your condition limits the ways in which it can communicate with you.
Maybe. Regardless, I wanted to talk to you a bit about what we saw on our Incanalbium,
Oh, certainly.
which was we were given apparently a story about a fantastical city of some renown. And I wondered if you'd heard anything like that before. And I
Describe
proceed
it.
to describe it.
No, but it doesn't strike me as anything familiar, although I suppose it makes a certain amount of sense. The Republic did it. I'm not an expert on arcane matters, but it does sound like something that would be plausible.
That's more information than we had before. This again probably seems like a very dumb question, but where would one go to find out matters arcane?
Who are you comfortable discussing this with?
Maybe there's more conversations we need to be having. At the moment, I don't know who's a danger to me. Like this place feels safe. This place feels right.
I mean, it is, in a very literal sense, safe to be here, and that's mainly because the augur is also quite protective of that peace.
So the augur has control here.
It can't control your actions, but it can punish the ones that it finds objectionable.
Whoa, wait a second. It knows everything that goes on in the city?
One of its facilities, yes, is that its sensorium expands over the city.
Huh. All right.
It has been known to turn people who are violent or try stealing into smoldering craters in the ground.
That's an effective.
Yeah,
that's
that's one way to handle crime. Jeez.
Subtle.
Yeah, I like it.
It generally deals only with gross insults in that way, but it has been known to happen. I've never witnessed it, but maybe the story itself is enough to accomplish the goal.
Yeah.
Is there anyone in the city then that might be able to?
I'm certain there must be somebody with an arcane talent here that would be able to help you.
We'll ask around then.
Did we ask her about the thing?
What thing?
I think we can trust them.
I think so. I can't remember if I've asked you about this before, but we must have. I'll take out my medallion gently again so as not to break the chain. Does this mean anything to you?
May I look at it?
Certainly. No. Try to take it off.
Remember, smoldering crater.
I'll give it back. She turns it over in her hands, examines it. Well,
Wow.
it definitely does seem to be a stump of some kind. Or she turns it upside down, because, of course, if you were to examine it,
Oh, yes. Like the books that they used to make with the writing on backwards so people could read them.
can you read?
Yes, I believe I can.
Really? Oh, well, that's spectacular then. It's a vanishing talent. In this, it seems to be a living tree, expanding outwards. But I'm not familiar with any heraldry that looks like this. I've not encountered anything that looks like this before. But does seem to have some evocative symbolism.
It certainly is pretty, at least.
Could be many things.
We
Do you know if there's, because if this is a city based around knowledge, do you know if there's anybody here that would, like, with the knowledge of history or some other form, like something like that, would know more than maybe you would? I'm not saying you don't know a lot, but
Oh,
you don't know what
I
this
barely know.
is.
I don't deal with nonfiction.
Wait a second. Hold up. So you're saying that that's just a story? Like you don't, but you don't know what it is.
I'm mainly a writer,
Okay.
and
Yeah. So do you know anybody? Like, do you have any contacts in the city that would know?
well, I mean the augur's caretakers are wizards.
Yeah.
They do have an arcane facility that maybe you could ask after.
Well, maybe we can kill two birds with one stone.
it might be worthwhile.
Yeah.
Head out in the morning.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's our best shot. I mean, unless we just like the augur did say somebody in the inn knows what this is.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just gonna start. Okay, Peter's got a drink in him. Peter's gonna get another drink, and I'm just gonna start just talking to people and see if I can't bring this up in a way that it would sound like normal conversation. I guess I'll like. Mine broke, so I need a way to like. What if I just fastened it to myself somehow? Could I do that? You know, like on my
Yeah.
like my.
I mean, it's got a loop on it. You could pin it to yourself. with
Yeah,
a
I want to
branch.
do that,
Okay.
and I just want to like spend the night, just like, kind of just talking to different people. I'm schmoozing.
Okay.
I'm socializing.
Okay. Give me a.
Let's see if I can draw somebody out. I'm like a
what's the
trapdoor
roll
spider.
here that we're looking for. It would be
Gonna get him. Persuasion
persuasion, investigation,
or deception?
Oh, are you trying to lie to people? I think this might be an
No.
investigation roll.
You're
It's
trying to
investigation.
find trying to find something out more than you are trying to spread false information.
Yeah.
Investigation sounds right.
Okay.
Or persuasion.
I want to take persuasion.
I think because this is clearly a charisma-based attempt that you're making.
Yeah.
That we can say it's persuasion, but if
Yeah.
Come on. Is that a good or a
That's
bad
a big
roll?
pog. That's 24, baby.
Okay.
Yeah. Peter slides up. It's like, yo, know anything about this?
Yeah, you are able to schmooze quite effectively, and
Yeah.
people are comfortable around you.
Yeah.
People just seem to like open up and tell you things quite easily.
Yeah, it's because I complain a lot, and
you're-
that's the link that people get.
You're just charming, right?
Yeah.
You make connections. You find that you have this facility for kind of like relating to people very quickly. What was the joke about like how you can tell Dungeons and Dragons is a game about nerds because charisma is a superpower?
I've never heard that. That's really good, though.
But it's a thing that you just do very smoothly and naturally.
Yeah.
Nobody really seems to have a good sense for what this thing is, although a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I could see it. It's a stump,
Yeah.
right? That's kind of interesting. I had a stump once in my backyard.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What did you do to it?
I had to get 3 oxen to pull it out. It sucked.
Damn, 3?
Cut down the tree and you think the tree's gone, but there's still a stump left over.
Yeah.
And it's a pain.
You gotta pull it out, root and stem.
And many people have an opinion on it, and they voice their opinion unprompted
Okay.
because you just kind of are able to like set up situations.
so
in
it's
which
Reddit.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Where people are like, "Hey, that's kind of an interesting looking thing. What does it mean?" Right? And you're like, "Oh, this."
This? Yeah, that's
Oh.
basically what I
Oh, I
was trying
forgot
to
I
do. This
had
little
it.
thing? Yeah.
And you have a couple of interesting conversations, but nothing that actually offers you any insight into what it is.
Okay.
But you sit back down at the table, and Anders is there, and he is like, "I've been thinking about that."
Yeah.
And here's my thought on it, is that we all kind of want the same thing, right? We all kind of want what's best. And I remember hearing this story, or not even a story really, I don't even know where this came from, but that everything that rises must converge. That when we take steps to make sure our best selves are put out into the world, then we work towards a common purpose that isn't imposed on us by any higher authority, but we're merely detecting the pattern that the world wants us to follow to ensure that we arrive at a harmonious conclusion. Two more? Two?
Yeah.
You know?
I think so. Huh.
And I see you're a good person. You're all good people. Where's Hella?
Bed.
Bed.
Rose.
Right, Rose. A pseudonym.
Yeah.
Pretend he said that.
Yeah. Apologies.
Where else do I want to go with this?
I like the idea during all of that, while everyone's getting drunker, Sword has just been nursing the same beer the whole night, and it's only like a third gone. But just holding it and just like observing quietly.
What kind of beer would they have here?
I want to say mead for no other reason than it's a fantasy setting.
It would be an ale, just
Yeah,
in terms of its ease of production.
Yeah. It's very drinkable. But, I mean, Anders finds it very drinkable, apparently.
Probably extremely malty too, given the lack of hops cultivation.
Yeah, make sure it's preserved.
So Anders says.
So he's heard a story where they talked about how there was a convergence of like-minded souls that are pushing the world towards a greater good.
Yeah, not even that. Not even that. It's just that we all don't know that we're doing it when we do what's holy. When we do what's holy comes from, it must share the same root word as the word wholeness, to be unbroken. Right? So when you act holy, you push the world towards a better place.
It's just almost like if we all just keep doing good things, we all end up in the same
A good place.
place.
Do you know that little children have an almost reflexive dislike of people who do things that are unfair?
Yeah.
That's weird, isn't it? You think that would be learned, but no, they don't like it when people don't get things or when people have things taken away from them. Isn't that interesting?
Like it's just natural. That's what you find interesting. The fact that it's not like they have it happen to them.
And
They
they're
just
like,
already know that
that's
it's a feeling
not
they
right.
like. Yeah.
I was supposed to get an apple and I didn't, and that's not fair. And we have the sense of fairness. And what does fair mean? What does fair mean? I think about this. I don't know. What does good mean? I think I'm doing good
Yeah.
because I serve the shining city, the shining kingdom. And I fight its wars. And I go on expeditions. And that feels right when I go on these missions. When I get the further I get from the city, the better I feel. Is that strange?
I don't think so. I think that we are all, not all of us are trying, well, good. Good just means like, good is defined by like what side of the line you think you're on. You know what I mean? Like you can't really split the world into like good and evil. You can, but it's complicated.
It's bad. It's hard.
Yeah, it's very
I tried.
complicated.
I don't have my sword, but I tried. It doesn't work.
No, it really doesn't.
And that's when the doors open and a group of people in like various shades of yellow clothing enter. Anders turns around and he says, "Oh, great. I hate these guys."
Is this the Golden City Wasp people?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't even know.
Why not?
They feel wrong. You don't get that?
I don't get any. I don't really feel anything when I look at them.
I just...
I do.
See, this guy knows what I'm talking. This guy knows what I'm talking.
This guy right here is my best friend. Okay, well, what do? They just walk in and...
Yeah, they sit at a table separate from everyone. In fact, they sit at a table with one person, and the one person's like,
Leaves.
yeah.
It's like the one inn in town, so
Yeah.
interesting.
Well, Anders, that helped but didn't help
Hey,
at the same time. Yeah, I think you're okay.
I wouldn't worry about it. Anyway, we have our meeting in the morning. Then we're heading out again.
Okay.
I suppose we need to get back.
Yeah.
It was good to meet you on our travels.
Yeah, you as well. I wish you good luck with whatever it is you're looking for. I hope you find out what questions to ask. I've found that that's a useful starting point.
What questions to ask?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Bedtime?
Well, I mean, do we want to talk to the wasp people? I don't think it's probably a good idea, but we're going to learn anything other than maybe making someone mad?
I'll trust Anders. Gut feeling.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what they are, so I don't know what.
He seems kind of like on edge. Give me a perception roll.
Okay.
Everyone, or
Anyone who's
Did he
there,
seem
yeah.
on edge only after the wasp people walked in?
Yeah,
That's a full 20 for me.
20.
Yeah.
Their
Oh, but-
leader isn't with them.
Plus.
13.
Hey, guys, the wasp person that we saw with
Yeah.
the
You see that too, right? The wasp thing.
yeah,
Yeah, it's weird.
And the leader's not here.
specifically they're not here with the waspy waist. It looks very odd.
Like he had like a heavily corseted waist, and then this headdress that kind of like flared out at the top and veiled. Just, it's a striking look. It's a hell of a look, is what it is.
Why is that weird, though?
It's
Have you ever
If
been
they're not here, why is that weird?
well, where is he?
Yeah.
night? All his retainers are here.
I'm gonna go upstairs.
Okay.
I'm gonna go upstairs.
We don't even know what the wasp people are.
Sleep well,
He
Anders.
leaves like basically a full
right.
drink.
I want to pay attention to these people from the Golden City and pay attention to what I'm feeling. And if that's any different than how I felt, let's say half an hour ago.
Okay,
Just as
like an insight roll.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That was not very good, but inside that would be 10.
Do we know the name of like what these people are part of, or are they just the wasp people to us?
They're the envoy of the Golden City.
Just the
Yeah,
envoy of
we
the
know about the
city?
gold. We know
Yeah.
of a
But
golden city.
I didn't know if they had like a
Oh,
they're like a covenant. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or they just
yeah, they have a-
they're like members of like the city's parliament. Like you know what I mean? Like are
They-
they city officials?
They are doing the same thing here that Anders and his group are doing,
Okay.
which is presenting something to the augur and then hopefully getting something useful back out of it.
Are they? Do I notice if they're trying to pay attention to us?
They seem completely uninterested or disinterested. No, uninterested in anyone else.
Okay.
They're very
haughty.
Like a better than
haughty
you.
implies a social function. These people don't really seem to notice you.
Oh, gross.
Okay.
Yeah, they're drinking. They aren't having large beer; they're having small beer. They eat sparingly.
Okay. Well, I mean, they're not bothering us, so I don't think we need to bother them.
Did I get my answer as to how I was feeling?
No,
Yes, sorry.
with that role, you don't get any kind of you don't get any mystical sense of anything. You get from these people, you get definitely almost a blank sense from them. Like there's you get an oppressive sense of community.
But it's distinctly different from what I've been feeling.
They're insular, I guess, is what I'm
Okay.
getting at.
Yeah.
Insular in a way that you find maybe a bit menacing.
I
Helen,
don't like them.
upstairs in the room, if you haven't fallen asleep yet, still awake,
Still awake, waiting.
you hear like just staggering
Yeah.
footsteps down the hall.
I'm gonna scoot next to the door and peer out.
It's Anders.
Close the door.
He's
Go back
a
to my bed to wait.
He's a little hammed.
All right, I'll head up to the room.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can learn from this. So.
Okay. The room is nice. It's reasonably quiet. It's you go up like a flight of stairs that winds up onto like a second story that's in fact like 4 stories up. Like it's almost stashed on a shelf. And the feeling you get from it is almost like an insect nest.
Gross.
Right? Like things are kind of like placed where it's convenient, right?
Sure, follow the path of least resistance.
But it is, it's a well-made room.
Clean?
Yes.
Is it all 3 of you, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finally! Thought you'd get my signal and come ages ago.
Signal?
Just thought you
Yes, I left.
We just thought you might go to bed early.
Not a signal.
You also left in the road.
That's not a signal.
Next
I
time.
wanted to talk to you privately.
How would we know it was a signal?
Hold on. Let's set up a code word next time. What's the code word?
That can wait.
So you leaving a room is a signal?
Were you followed? Or could you check outside?
No.
I know where to go next.
Ooh.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
I'm not going to talk about it. But I know where to go next.
Can you write it down?
No, I don't know specifically where it is. I know what direction it's in.
Can you tell us how you know?
I saw it, but it was hidden.
Are you talking about
Willing
the
to trust you on that.
I am less willing.
It was the thing, yeah. You saw the thing. Sword saw the thing. Sword's with me.
There was a thing.
There
What
was a
thing?
thing.
She told us about that thing in the other place.
Did she tell us about that though?
No. I asked if
Yeah.
anyone else saw something.
Yeah, she asked if anyone else saw it, and we didn't see it.
I
So-
misunderstood.
Yeah.
I thought you told us about it.
See what thing?
That there were.
Shh.
We shouldn't talk about it.
Remember.
Because they'll just tell anyone anything
Yeah.
at any time.
No, I'm.
I'm feeling incredibly called out at the moment.
At least we know when to stay at the table.
Yeah, that's true. All right, fair enough. I get it. I probably wouldn't want to tell me anything anyway.
How many drinks have you had?
Enough?
Tonight? Or total? Like,
Both are the same number.
far
I
as
think.
you know.
in my life? Don't know. Can't remember. Hope to one day remember. Tonight? 6?
Hope to one day remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. I mean,
In the morning, we can get some supplies and then just head out.
Okay.
Just us.
okay. Yeah, just us.
Just us.
Yeah, just us.
Okay.
All right.
Remember, gut feeling.
I mean, I guess.
It's better than anything else we've got.
Yeah. I tried real hard, you guys. I was like smoozing, and I had the thing pinned to my chest, and I thought I was a trapdoor spider, and I was going to trap somebody, and they'd be like, oh, I'm part of the convergence. I really want to talk to you.
Looks good.
Thanks.
Do we have to sneak out?
No, but we should set a watch
Where?
in the room.
You guys go to bed. I'll watch the door.
Peter's like already, like
It
boots
does have
still
a
on.
lock,
Like,
you can. Would it have a bolt?
Oh. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Or like
it
jam
should
a
have
chair
a
into
bolt,
the-
right?
Yeah.
We can just put a chair against the door.
It has a
thought-
thing that you can use to secure the door.
I don't know, but there might be windows.
Well,
you know,
I thought you wanted to go out tonight, not like right now or something. That's what I meant. Not.
send in the morning
Yeah.
tomorrow.
I guess I have to trust the dwarf, but I'm passed out already anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I get. Okay. So I'll take last watch or something. Sure.
Peter takes no watch.
Well, we're rotating through no watch because Hella took no watch the first time.
Well, you gotta wake me up then.
I'll take double watch.
Can't wake up.
All right. Okay. The night passes.
Ye-
We
Without
go. We
incident?
go to sleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roll for
the night
encounter.
passes. You don't.
It's a city. Who knows? Anyone could be in here.
You don't hear anything. The rooms aren't terribly close together, so you don't.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No noise really reaches you. In fact, it's kind of like unsettlingly quiet. It doesn't seem terribly different from being outside the city. There's just so few people here in so much space that you feel that you could actually go days without seeing anyone, without too much difficulty.
Know that feel.
But the night passes uneventfully. The sun comes up, and you can begin to hear the sounds of activity. The smell of fresh bread begins to waft up.
Right.
Breakfast.
Sure.
Okay.
Breakfast.
Is breakfast included in the room cost, or is this
Yes.
more? Excellent. I take it. I'd like to establish the part where I very quietly just start bringing food to everyone when we're at the table.
Okay.
Sure.
So unless somebody else gets up to do that, just like when we were at the inn the other time when I brought food at that
Yeah.
time, it's just like I serving food to
Happy
everyone.
to accept.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Porridge.
Porridge?
We're all downstairs, right? Yeah. Anyone else that we recognize?
Natalia's here with a couple of the soldiers. She looks. Actually, give me an insight roll.
It's not going to do well. 8.
She looks vaguely irritated.
Hey, Sword, could you ask Natalia if she knows anywhere around that we could buy horses? Or if we could buy her horses?
Hey, Peter.
What?
You're,
What?
you're better with talking.
Yeah.
Can you get us horses?
I mean, do we worry about horses after I've eaten a little bit, maybe died?
There's like a bowl of porridge with berries, you
Yeah.
think, and also being served is like fried river fish of some kind. It's quite oily and the smell is quite pungent. Also, small beer is being served, and it's kind of watery and not terribly flavorful.
Breakfast beer.
Yeah. All right. I guess, yeah, I can try to find out. Natalia, we need some horses. Do you have any idea?
There are stables that you might be able to find something at. I don't think there's. They must have something. We've never had to reprovision with horses here. Usually just food.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, so I'll finish. I want to finish breakfast so we can go do this. So I finish eating. And I guess I get up. Are you coming with me?
No, I don't need to train for horses.
All right. Anybody?
I'll follow you. Yes,
Okay,
I'm coming
yeah.
with you.
Can I have some backup, please? You don't want to send me alone into the city. It'll cause trouble.
Well, at one point we could. Innkeeper maybe knows.
I think that's probably
Yeah,
the
I'll
right
ask the
response.
innkeeper.
The concierge.
Yeah.
What was her name? Anne?
Anna, yes.
Anna. Yeah. Anne. Anne? Yeah, I walk on like, Anne?
You're looking lively this morning.
Yeah, I feel like I want to die. Anne? Anne?
Close enough, yes.
We need some horses.
Oh, I know a guy. All right, what you're going to do
You
is
got a
you're going to
horse
head.
guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely do that. She's
right.
like, okay, what you do is you go down to where the place used to be 2 years ago, and then you turn right,
hate it.
and then like she gives you all these instructions that are kind of like not terribly useful to you, but you do get an impression of where it is.
All right. Cool.
There
Is
is
it the kind of instructions that you nod along to? You're like, yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
then like a second later, you're
mentions
like,
businesses that don't exist anymore.
yeah.
Hold up. Out of character. Do we have any money? Like, Okay, well, we have money, I guess. All right.
Always sell bullets, Nana.
The only thing.
I don't want to sell him. I kind of like him.
Not for sale.
He's kind of weird and kind of quiet and takes way too much at face value, but
When do you want to,
Immediately.
before horses or after horses?
we have to get the horses first, don't we? I don't even know what we're talking about.
Let's get some horses.
Okay, after horses.
We can't stop here. All right, so I'm going to go get some horses.
right.
I try to follow the instructions that I received from Anna.
okay. Yes, you're able to. Basically, what you're doing is you're going to go and see a guy at a market who will then be able to take you to the stalls.
Okay. Why are you rubbing
The
your hands
stables.
together?
You're gonna go see
See,
a
I
guy
got
on
a
a
horse.
horse.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Anders comes in before you leave. He looks irritatingly chipper.
What? Hold up. Hold the fuck up. You.
Hi, yeah, how's it going? You were in rough shape last night.
Why are you in rough shape?
Oh, I have a trick. See, what you do is you wake up at the crack of dawn, and you go for a run. I usually wear, I've got a weighted jacket to simulate the weight of my armor. And you see that this was very important. There was an ancient Republic knight who wrote this treatise on, the physical qualities of a knight and how it's very important that they be able to run 5 miles wearing their full armor. So I do that every morning, and I find that it really helps me just vomit until I bleed, and that really clears my head in the morning with a hangover. You drink a lot of water. You should try it. It's good.
Just get up. I leave. I don't say anything.
So we all just silently peel away from the table.
I'll just peel away.
Before we leave, I look at Anders and just give him like a knowing nod, just like,
Anders, Natalia, I hope you find what you're looking for.
Oh, thank you very much. We as well.
and then we ghost.
All right, let's go see a guy about a horse.
All right. You find a market where you think you'd probably be able to find almost anything.
Cam, I'm going to make a point of leaving that thing visible.
Move your hand away.
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry, my bad.
That's a gift for you,
My
Chad.
bad. My bad. /YouTube /Twitch chat.
Boom.
Bang. Okay, I'm going to make a point of leaving that brooch, visible.
Okay.
Trapdoor spider.
Yep. Yeah, you go and see that there is a dude at a stall with a sign that is in the shape of a horse.
Yeah.
You go and see a man about a horse, and he's like, "Hey, what can I set you up with? You look like people who could use a horse." Oh,
We need
okay.
Everyone takes
Hold
a
up.
step back from
Hold
here.
up.
You wanna try that again?
Yeah, give me a sec.
Did you sell water?
We need 4 horses.
No, I can definitely do that for you. What are you looking for? You're looking for a draft horse, riding horse, war horse,
Riding horses.
Riding horses.
Riding horses.
Absolutely. We have some lovely, and he gives you the names of breeds.
Yeah.
This one is just. Tell you what, we'll take you
How
to.
about you just give me the horses that you think are best, rather than explaining every horse to me.
4 good starter horses, low maintenance, and we don't
Yeah,
want
I get a
the,
little starter car, like a hatchback.
and we don't need the undercoating.
Good
little
with beginners.
Mazda, something like a little A to B car. A little A to B horse.
He tries to upsell you to a Corolla.
I thought he'd try to sell us like an El Camino or something. One of those salesmen.
This horse.
We want the Honda Civic of horses right now, not the Corvette or anything like
Yeah.
that.
Right,
This horse
right.
can fit so many sugar lumps in it.
Yeah.
I named my horse
All right.
Sugar Lump.
you are able to negotiate for the price of 4 riding horses that you get the impression are pretty decent.
All right. Considering I know nothing about horses, these look okay.
How much does it cost us? How much is a horse in D&D?
Don't ask. Cameron, why don't you tell me the price of the horse that you wish to buy?
Yeah.
Why don't you just tell me the movie you want to see?
I've never bought a horse in D&D before. This is.
neither
I
have
feel
I.
like.
You shouldn't have
Is
asked.
it a lot?
Shouldn't ask. They're expensive, man.
Well, I
It's
feel
75 gold
each.
per.
Yeah, each.
Yep. Well,
Was he just gonna give? Was he just gonna give us the horses before?
yes.
No. Well, I mean, like, you'd have to pay for them, but, like, how much you got?
How much do we have?
So when I rolled my character, I had 120 gold.
110 here.
So I imagine we were all in a ballpark.
Well,
Yeah.
about 100-ish?
After the stuff I bought, I have 80.
Yeah. So that's like.
Oh, I can lend you some if you need some.
So like almost
We're a
all of
commune,
our
right?
gold is done right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've also been buying most of our food. So I need to pull up my calculator
Weird,
here.
weird flex, but okay. I've also been buying all the food. Looks at party members.
So these horses, they will,
Does this?
they don't require any special silage. They don't.
Okay.
They're perfectly happy to graze.
Do they come with saddles?
Does this include saddles and like feed?
Ah, I
Persuasion.
see. They also come with a saddle. Roll persuasion for me.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Papa needs a new saddle. Yes. That is a 23.
Yeah, all right. fine. He'll throw in saddles.
Yeah.
Woo!
Normally they're 10.
And some
Gold?
feed.
The grace.
Eat everything.
Some
Remember all those
treats.
Remember
Horse
all those
treats.
fields we went by?
No.
Really? You couldn't stop talking about them.
Apples.
Yeah, I just got his free saddle.
Yeah,
all right?
we're getting a pretty good deal. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is a
Thank
pretty
you,
good
horse vendor.
My horse is dented.
Horse vendor, I need your strongest horse.
deal. So
You can't handle my
he
horses.
gives you a thing,
Yeah.
like a chit.
Yeah.
He gives you 4 of them,
Ooh.
Ooh.
and then
One
gives
chit
you
equals one
instructions
horse.
on where you can go to collect your horses.
Just
All right.
roll these horses out of a gachapon machine.
Not quite.
Do we get
I
the
hope
whole
I get
set?
the Virtua Fighter horse.
I got the S tier one. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so we'll get our horses, get our chits.
Okay.
We follow his instructions
Yep.
to get said horses.
Do I have any muscle memory for dressing a horse? Or is it very obvious I've never done this before?
Do you?
Yes. This feels oddly familiar.
If you don't think about it too hard, yes. You know, when you, if you ever had did you have a combination lock for your high school locker?
Yeah, like I couldn't tell you what the combo was, but I could just do
Yeah,
it.
and if you try to think about what the combination is,
Okay. So Peter walks up to his horse and is like, I don't know what to do. But he doesn't say it out loud. He tries to watch what other people are doing and
me
do
a
that. Just
perception roll.
fake it. Like, yeah, fake it till he makes it. Yeah, I'm just like, oh God, I don't know what to do.
Are you rolling performance or deception?
Deception?
perception.
Perception? That's an 8.
He's about to walk behind the horse.
Yeah.
I'm so shocked I don't say anything.
I just keep trying to do what I'm doing.
These are very gentle horses.
Okay.
It does not cave
It's
in your
clear to
chest
you that
cavity.
Peter doesn't know what he's doing.
Peter,
Yeah.
you generally don't walk behind a horse. They have a tendency to.
Yeah, I knew that.
It's also where the butt is.
I knew that too. What do you think? I don't know about horses?
I don't know much these days either.
Okay,
Trying to help.
so if I didn't know what to do about a horse, what would I do about this?
Is there like a ladder or something I can get?
I just assume ask the
Is
guys
there a
who gave us-
dwarf-sized horse, or is it?
You can have a pony.
We just paid full
Can-
price horse for a pony.
I have a very important, like, out of character question.
Yeah.
What do we name our horses?
I'm not naming this. It's just a horse.
Mine's name is Chesterfield.
Okay.
What did you say before? Sugar lump?
those are words that came out of my mouth.
All right.
Yes.
My horse is named, for lack of a better name, Sugar Lump.
I'm not naming my horse. I'm gonna try to get one of the stable hands to like help me out here.
Okay.
I don't
One of the stable hands, she does show you how to okay, when you take the saddle off, you have to brush
Okay.
under the saddle because
Yeah.
it gets very sweaty and they don't like it.
Okay.
And then you just don't walk behind them
Okay.
ever.
Yeah.
And shows you how to hobble the horse at night so it doesn't walk away.
Okay.
And general care,
All right. Cool. Done.
right? And says to you, watch him.
Yeah, that makes
Don't
sense.
let him hurt my horse.
Well, it's my horse now, technically.
Okay, you can totally walk behind horses. You just have to
Yeah.
let them know you're there.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. I get up on my
Last
brand
time I
new-
rode a horse was 20 years ago. So.
Excellent.
If you want to feed it, flat hand.
Don't stick your fingers in its mouth.
Don't look it in the eye.
Yeah.
Horses love to eat fingers.
Cool.
And don't redline it until we put a few miles.
You don't-
Do we? Trying to put
Ease
the
off
horses
second.
somewhere where we can.
We can abstract away the rest of this.
Yes.
we
Yeah,
can-
yeah, yeah.
If you want to get on the road.
We want to get on the road.
Okay.
I have to.
Yeah.
I've just I'm looking at this at hella like.
Is it not?
That away.
Is it not in?
Just that way? That's it? That's the revelation?
It's the way that it is. It makes sense to you because it is on the way that you came.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
Can somebody tell me what's going on?
We're on the road again.
Let's wait until we're out of earshot of
you're able
whoever we
to
can see.
you're able to provision yourselves. You have trail rations, bags, whatever you need. You're able to buy here if you have a shopping list.
I don't.
You can do that
Okay. I don't
Okay.
think we have anything.
because
else.
that is
Yeah.
the least interesting thing about D&D.
Yeah.
I haggle.
And if you like, you can get on the road right away.
Yes.
Okay.
Want to keep an eye out to make sure no one's following us, though.
Okay.
Yeah. Perception roll. That's a good call. Ooh. Natural 20.
13.
There are people that are kind of leaving at the same time, but your pace is such that you separate out.
Good.
I don't know. I'm following the dwarf. I'm not even thinking about if someone's following us. I'm just like, I don't know. I guess we gotta go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, when we leave earshot of everyone around, I want to pull up against Hella. All right, so what's up?
Okay, so you know how the augur was more than one thing,
Yes.
and it was in our heads? And there were those funnel things where the living spells were. There was one of those in a place that something in the augur was hiding.
Okay. And we're heading towards that?
Yes.
Oh, so each tether is just like another living spell?
I
Maybe
think.
Yeah.
Huh.
it seems to reason.
Since it went to hide it, and since it can hear everything in the town, it wasn't wise to speak of it in town.
Right. Because craters.
It can hear you in town?
Yeah, it can hear everything. It knows when somebody steals something. It turns people into craters.
What's
Subtle.
what's the radius on that?
I don't know, but we're gonna find out.
All right. Well,
And Peter just like,
I'm just gonna pony a little faster.
yeah.
yeah, craters. What a way to go.
Okay.
I thought you knew. That's why we're being. Oh. We're
Well,
fine.
that was fortuitous.
What
wasn't
else
it?
do you know?
That's about it.
That was about it.
Is someone listening to us right now?
Well, we should be outside of the range. I assume it's just within the radius of the city.
Can it see forever too?
Presumably, yes. Presumably, it is omnipresent.
Ah,
Well, omniscient would be knows everything. In this way that it sees everything. So it's like everywhere in the city.
Well, you can
Right.
argue if it sees everything, it knows.
I am never speaking again.
Yeah.
Only in the town of Augur. Or I suppose you can just never speak again. That's your choice, and
Yeah.
I will respect that choice.
Leaves more words for me.
Do you know where it's going?
I don't know exactly where it is.
We know a direction,
But you know the direction.
but we don't know what it is.
You actually do kind of like get a. You could describe the geography if you wanted to.
Okay, yeah.
It is. What you saw was a at the base of a mountain, but it looked like a. It wasn't part of one of these jagged mountain ranges. It was, it's its own discrete thing. I'm trying not to use the word lonely mountain here because that's The Hobbit, I suddenly realized.
Oh no. But we, at the beginning when we were going either east or west, we saw like a mountain range. Is it that far, or is it like a little...
It is nearer than that.
Okay, so that's where we're going.
It is like
Absolutely.
Towards the mountains.
So what did you see? I'm so confused. When did you see this? When we were at the augur's place?
We were talking to the augur.
Remember when she asked if you saw it? You didn't.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I was too taken in by everything else going on there that I didn't notice, but
I didn't see it as clearly, but I saw something.
Huh. Okay.
I'm sure.
I mean, I guess.
And if the augur's hiding that, who knows what else it was hiding or lying about.
Don't you think that if we're going towards this thing and the augur was hiding it, maybe nobody's supposed to see it?
Yes.
What's going to happen to us when we see it?
Only one way to find out.
What? Suddenly you have a death wish? Is anybody thinking about this?
It's something I don't know, and I'm curious.
Surrounded by mad people. This is... Okay.
Remember what the conversation last night? Sometimes you just have to do what you believe is good.
Like go on a fun adventure with your friends.
Just trust your
Or
gut.
at least the people that are most familiar to you because you have no memories past 2 days
That's
ago.
probably a more succinct way of putting that. Yeah.
Who else do we have?
Let's pump the brakes on friends.
Is that the slogan of the campaign now?
Yeah, let's pump the brakes on
After
friends.
the flood.
with the friends.
Acquaintances. Dice acquaintances.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah, I
Like,
know what you mean. All right,
I don't
fine.
know anyone else.
I guess if we're going to find answers, then... yeah.
It's literally all we've got.
Yeah, it literally is. Okay, yeah, just keep on trucking.
Okay. The day passes uneventfully. I don't know if you stop for lunch, but you can get to the roadhouse.
Oh, cool. Yeah, in a day.
Yeah.
The Roadhouse? Does Patrick Swayze work there?
That's the same
does.
place we stopped last time.
He's the doorman.
That's what I named my horse.
A couple
Roadhouse?
extra like broken
Oh.
benches and tables. Swayze's been here.
I thought you were going to name Patrick
Swayze.
Swayze. That's like,
You named your horse Patrick Swayze?
yeah. Bolenzia and his horse, Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse is a good horse name. You need to name your horse.
I don't have to name it anything.
Do you want me to name your horse for you?
Sure.
Horse.
Good.
Domed it out in one.
You read me like a book. Horse. Good job, horse. All right. Cool. Horse.
So, to recap the horse names, Sugarlump
Chesterfield.
Roadhouse.
and Horse.
Yep. Horse.
You're all wonderful. Okay. You stop at the same place that you stopped at the previous time? Question
Yeah,
mark?
Sure.
Seems
Yeah.
familiar, so yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keeps the weather out and we can light a fire.
I stop for some apples on the way and feed them to Sugarlump.
The apple
Farther
tree, or no, that apple tree is further up.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought there were lots of apple trees
That's
at
right.
farmhouses. Oh, that was one specific one? Okay. that's fine.
They are related to family houses.
Ah, okay.
It's a death tree. Remember?
Yeah.
The night passes uneventfully.
No other travelers?
You're kind of surprised because Anders mentioned that they were setting out after their appointment and they didn't arrive. Maybe they decided to stay another day.
Probably. Sure, nothing happened.
Oh no, maybe the augur told them to come after us.
If that would have happened, don't you think they would have been here by now?
Yeah.
I don't know how fast they'd go.
I don't think it's anything to worry about.
Keeping a watch.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Who gets to take tonight off?
Not me.
I'll start it off again.
All right. I'll take the night off then.
You sleep uneventfully.
Hooray!
Nothing happens.
My favorite.
Yeah. There are weird noises in the night.
But that's just like animals and stuff?
Yeah.
Or sword.
Or sword.
I can see Swords really snoring.
Yeah.
Just like quiet for most of the night, but then just like big old orc snores.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
tusks.
broken nose.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
broken nose and the tusks just really let those pipes just let it rip in the middle of the night.
Yeah, sometimes your pillow is missing in the morning.
All right.
Okay, birds start screaming about being birds.
Hey, I'm a bird!
Yeah, even before the sun comes up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, hey.
Hey! Is that Alan?
I told you not to come here.
How much?
Basically the plot to Roadhouse.
Sha-sha-sha! Yeah. Get geeted.
Got him.
Yep.
What do?
Yeah. How much further do you think it is?
Yeah. Do you have any idea how much farther we have to go?
Now we made it to
Difficult to
here,
judge
eh?
in the ethereal.
I don't know
all right.
what distances meant from, like, could
It
you
was
tell where
bef-
anything was?
It was before
No.
the mountain range.
Yeah.
Right, so it can't
it's
be-
But after where we woke
closer
up?
than
Yeah.
the mountains.
All right.
but
Well, we'll just keep
further
going.
than here.
I kind of like it, and that's west.
Yes.
We just head west.
All right.
We get to do a travel montage. 4 friends in a dystopian abandoned farmland field on horses. It's great.
Yeah.
Just let that picture go through your mind.
Some Pet Shop Boys in the background.
Yeah. When we pass
Peter
out that farm,
complaining
we're gonna stop
loudly.
by that tree.
Okay. The apples have replenished.
Nice.
It's like, why is my butt hurt?
You're not riding well. You should learn how to ride better.
You saying I don't know how to ride my horse?
Provably, yes.
Fair. Got
Yeah,
me
you've
there.
got like, the thighs are
Yeah.
red and achy.
I don't like this at all. I don't
Let
like
the
this at all.
horse do the work, not you.
What does that even mean?
You gotta try to sit up straight, and you kind of just rock.
Peter's like doing this like awkward like sitting up straight and holding the reins. kinda. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, if you stop there, the day passes uneventfully again. Although you
Hooray.
do remember the one place where you stopped, where you saw that big nest,
Oh,
or the ground, the not
The
barrel,
mound.
the mound.
Yep.
Keep an
You
eye out
avoid
for
that.
mounds. Yeah.
Do you avoid that?
Please.
Do you
Yes,
go looking
please.
for trouble?
No.
Okay.
Not
Not
there,
me.
at least.
I search for monsters.
at some point, do we find an old abandoned hill with a burnt-out carriage on top of it?
You do. You do that happens towards the end of the second day, in fact.
Ah, memories. Wish I had them.
So once we
Yeah.
keep going this way, it's unfamiliar territory.
Yeah.
Right, we should stop for the night.
I
somewhere.
mean, theoretically, it's all unfamiliar territory.
No, we've
the-
been here before.
The infuriating part is that the hill with the cart on it is actually not a bad place to stop.
yeah, this might seem in poor taste, but what if we make a camp where it all began?
I'm
Sure.
fine with it.
Yeah.
We have a
I'm
good
fine with
view.
Yeah,
It is a good place.
and
Oh,
who
yeah.
knows? Maybe something will come back to us.
it. It's all coming back to me.
Do we have tents?
Like this?
Do you? Did you buy tents? as we said in town, do you want tents? You can have easily procured them.
I don't know if I would have thought to need tents.
Peter definitely wouldn't have. I have like a
No.
sleeping roll, but no tent.
Yeah, like bedrolls, yes. Tent,
Okay. Well, let's hope it doesn't rain then.
Cross my fingers.
Let's hope
yeah.
Yeah.
that's the way it works.
Yep.
I mean, if the cart hadn't been lit on fire, we could have slept under that.
Wasn't my idea.
Okay, you stop at the site
Yeah.
where it all began.
Make camp.
Yep.
Make camp.
Cool.
There's conveniently a fire pit here.
I start a fire.
The cart didn't really burn that much, like kind of half.
We did
So
a bad job.
So there's lots
Yeah.
of cart left to burn.
Yeah.
Nice. This is fantastic.
The sleeping out in the open is kind of eerie.
Yeah.
You're definitely going to want to set watches. Without the walls around you, you do feel kind of exposed out here.
Yeah, we have been setting watches every night. No
Yep.
reason to stop.
We're well practiced now.
And the noises that you were kind of able to dismiss as being like weird animal noises that are happening outside
Yeah.
are way scarier when you're also outside.
Okay.
Uh-oh. I wonder if anything
Consider
happens
me
this night.
terrified.
Yeah, I'll take the really crappy middle of the night one. And I try and be extra alert on account of it now being actually legitimately dangerous.
Extra vigilant.
Uh-oh. When the GM starts reaching for a book.
I mean,
Could be anything.
could be anything.
Could just be a book.
Could be a book.
You were attacked by a book.
Sometimes a book is just a book.
Sometimes it is just a book.
Sometimes a book's just a book.
So I'm just wondering there. I wonder if
Sometimes an obelisk is just an
Should
obelisk.
whomever's on watch roll perception at this point?
Yes. Who is on the midnight watch?
that's the middle one between
Yeah.
the two. That's me.
That's the S word.
Heart of the cards. 22.
Wow.
You hear a noise that sounds like a crying child.
God.
Fuck. All right. It's a mimic.
That's not good. I have dark vision.
Okay.
I look in the direction of the crying child.
There are trees off in the distance,
Okay.
and you said perception was 24, 23?
22.
22. You can catch reflected firelight in two eyes in the tree, one tree.
And it's obviously looking at us.
Yeah.
This is going to be kind of weird. I'm going to just try, like, just an intimidation stare down check. I'm just going to, like, look at this thing and just, like, flex and be really big. And just, like, shake my head no.
Yeah. Sure, that'll work.
Can I roll on that?
Yeah.
All right.
Ever try to-
I just want a picture. I don't even know what it is, but I'm just going to be like, no. 19. We don't have to do this.
The shape you see in the distance kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Just like,
Slinks off.
just like,
It was vaguely feline, the
Okay.
sense you got from it.
yeah. And for whatever reason, that just seemed very normal. Just like intimidating things. Came probably a little too naturally there.
The rest of the night passes uneventfully.
Wonderful.
You just
Love hearing that.
You just flexed a mountain lion away. They're very calculating.
Yeah.
Well, I figure most predators are. It's just like, are you small enough and eatable? It's like, I might get hurt from this. Maybe there's an easier meal around somewhere.
Morning comes.
Cool. Yeah, like, when,
Great.
when watch happens, if anybody asks me, it's just like,
Break camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get out of here.
Third day. Midday. I say this assuming that
Yes.
the plan continues.
Continue.
Yes.
Around midday, you arrive at what you want to describe as a fork in the road, where the highway continues on, and there is a trod path that kind of breaks from it. Like
sorry, Adam.
where people give. Actually, does anyone have nature? No.
Yes.
No. Ooh.
Roll it.
It's 17.
there is a well-trod path that has been worn by heavy traffic, or heavy traffic, for whatever that stands for in this part of the world, that diverges from the highway. And the highway here starts looking less well-traveled, more overgrown. There's, whereas, the plants sticking up between the cracks have been worn down where you've been. It's just more overgrown.
Right. Okay.
Was it still a main road? It just looks less well maintained, or is this like an obvious side road?
It looks like the place that people go to is the road that's the path, and the
Yeah, but maybe at some point there was another city in that direction, and then nobody goes that way anymore, or
probably.
Hella, your destination is down the highway.
Yeah, continue on.
I just follow this dwarf, man. She's like an arrow.
Straight.
Yeah.
cool.
That seems interesting. This isn't where people. We're not going somewhere people go often.
Would you say we're taking the road less traveled?
Yes, yes, I would.
It'll make things a lot easier because we'll be able to see signs of other people.
And you don't.
Just made Cameron fucking visibly cringe.
Select
I was
all,
avoiding it. He
delete.
said the word. Cameron said diverged. Like, how dare?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and I realized as I said it
Yeah.
that, like, why did I choose that word?
Yeah.
There's a reason you did.
We have the converge
frosted
and the
yourself.
Yeah,
diverge.
Yeah.
I just frosted myself. Never frost yourself.
Oh,
Never
jeez.
frost yourself. Never go full frost.
Not on
kids.
stream.
No.
Sorry, to be clear, we are going the way well traveled though.
No.
No, the other
Oh!
one. We're taking the
Doing the
highway.
other one.
The desolate old highway.
one
that
you're
goes
supposed to take.
Potentially an old city that is no longer
Yeah,
there.
that's what I think. It leads to something that used to be one, but nobody
Yeah.
travels on anymore.
Well,
Both in
it might
D&D
lead,
and in life.
it might lead somewhere,
cool.
but it is a manufactured.
I wonder if there's another city founded by an augur, like Bean, but this one isn't popular.
That would be interesting.
Oh no, now I'm getting worried. What if there's another augur there and it can hear us and see us and poof us?
Only one way to find out.
Craters.
So you're heading off in a direction that starts to become more and more forested. And it seems normal for an hour or so. But you wind up... actually, give me perception rolls,
Yeah.
first off.
Just worth mentioning, when we pivot, do we go north or south?
North.
Okay, so we move away from the
Idol.
The idol. Yeah, just checking.
I got a 4.
5.
14.
8.
You're going uphill, and you're starting to get into kind of like more hilly terrain. And on the horizon, at one point, you see what looks like a tower. In fact, on a high point of a hill. It seems to have been put there to do the opposite of what you're doing, which is being on the highway and seeing the tower.
Right.
And as you're getting closer to it, the woods are starting to look a bit sicklier.
This is an odd place. There's a tower up there.
Oh?
What time of day is it now?
Afternoon. The sun is starting to go down.
Yeah. I mean, should we find shelter for the night?
There's a
You
tower.
know, it might not be a bad idea to check out the tower.
Yeah,
Just
give
to
us a-
see.
Can we make it there before it's dark?
Yeah,
Give us a view of the surroundings too.
exactly.
It does seem like a storm is starting to blow in.
Oh, good.
Oh, perfect.
Let's not sleep outdoors when we don't have shelter.
Yeah.
That's it. Was that in response to us seeing if we could make it there?
No, that was me
Ah, okay.
rolling a die 6 and going like, are you going to get caught out in a prairie
Then
storm?
we should go to the tower.
Yeah.
We could hustle.
Okay.
Yep.
You hustle, you make it to the tower. And one of those storms that you saw passing several days ago now blows past you, or starts to gather, basically. One of the ones that you can see coming for what feels like days. The tower is set at the crest of a hill, and it makes its own kind of... It's set at the high point. It can see for what feels like miles. And it is a ruin. It is what you assume is High Republic architecture, which is dark stone that feels like it was grown out of the ground, but is like almost like standing stones. Like it is deliberately imposing. Whereas sometimes things are like graceful and feel like they're part of the world. This was very definitely a declaration of presence. And it looks like it has collapsed. And there are stones that are kind of like floating. And the ground around here seems unwell.
So
Unwell is like sickly or just
Yeah,
like,
as in the things that grow here grow small, grow slowly, and don't grow up healthy. And there are little chunks of like metal on the ground.
So I remember getting a weird feeling when I was in the inn. Can I try and send that feeling out again
Yeah,
now that I'm in an area
absolutely.
with less people and see what that's like?
You don't
do I
detect
roll
anything.
for this?
No. You just,
Okay.
you can, if you want.
Sure. I got a natural 20 to insight, I guess?
You actually do detect a presence here.
Ooh!
You get, it's like the hairs on the back of your neck stand up,
Yeah.
and you feel the presence of something old and malevolent here. And it's inside the tower.
Okay. Now, this is embarrassing,
aren't we in the tower?
but I recently found out the other day, I might not know what that word means.
Malevolent?
Yeah.
It's like
Oh.
evil,
Okay.
Yeah,
but with like a singular
Bad
purpose.
intentions.
Yeah, bad
bad
intentions.
intentions.
Evil with a purpose.
Yeah,
it's like
Adam and
malevolent.
Ben made a lot of fun of me because I was just like, that's not the word. Malevolent has an N in it. And you're like, no, Serge. Malevolent is the word you've heard before, like in Disney.
My
And I was
precious
just
little
like,
cinnamon roll.
I was like, oh, that's really embarrassing. Okay, malevolent.
That's all right, Serge. Trust me. I thought dinosaurs legitimately had brains in their thighs for years.
But they always tell you that the brontosaur
Yeah.
has 2 brains.
Yeah.
I did not know that was. I assumed it was wrong, but I don't know anything.
I didn't. I just took it at face value. It was
Yeah.
like thigh brains.
Ass
Yep.
brains.
Ass brains.
Ass brains, man.
Anyway, you get
Okay.
the very definite sense of something that's not right here.
Okay.
And in fact, something that is almost offensive
Okay.
to you. Something you,
Yeah.
it has negative intentions towards you, and you feel, yeah, it's go time.
So to everyone else here, just like, something is here. And it wants to do us harm.
Be careful what you say.
Okay. First word sounds like.
Right?
Yeah, no, stuff like that. The storm's coming. Do we still go in? Or do we keep going?
I mean, we kind of have to. What do you want? I'm not staying outside for the storm.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't really believe in ghosts or anything. so.
Can I roll a nature to see how long we have before the storm hits?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Oh, that's a 1. So, yeah,
We got like 3 days.
Minutes.
we've got minutes before the storm comes. So.
Minutes.
Is there like an entryway that we can see?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The tower is a ruin, but enough of its structure remains intact that you think you would be able to find shelter here.
Yeah.
It looks like it. What it looks like is that it whatever was giving it structure collapsed, like it crumbled from the inside,
Well,
and some of it is hanging together in odd ways that defy gravity, kind of.
I'm going to, I mean, I guess we like ride up. Is there a place that we could put our horses?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just gonna leave them outside?
No, we keep them inside with us.
Yeah, they gotta
as
come
long as
in.
there's not stairs.
Yeah.
Well,
You can identify something. This was a military post.
yeah.
And there is something approaching the remains of a shelter outside, presumably for horses.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
We'll do that. Okay, time up quickly. And it's like, we should go in and assume the worst. I'll take point. And I like actually take out my sword and shield.
Okay.
Because I felt something bad.
Okay.
And I don't know how else to describe that. So, I mean, form up behind me, I guess.
You seem to know what you're doing here, so sure.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty
okay.
good with a sword. At least I think I am. So there's that. I mean, there's nothing to worry about, right?
You
I mean,
look
ghosts
about-
aren't real.
You look about as good with a sword as you do with a horse.
What's a ghost?
Ghost is a manifestation of
Of energy,
energy.
in a physical form?
Yeah.
Like the
We've
augur.
dealt with those before.
That wasn't a ghost. That's a living spell. It's different. That can be explained.
True. There might not be ghosts, but there might be spells. This
Huh.
place seems... Let's be honest, this place seems spelly.
Yeah, sure. That's a way of putting it.
What's marching
Our,
order? Yeah.
Is our initiative our dex mod?
Yes, Dex mod.
Okay.
What do you think? What could we possibly need initiative for? There's no ghosts here.
What order are you all in behind me?
I'll take second behind you.
Third, I guess.
I'll take up the rear.
Seems like your character would be in the rear.
Yeah.
All right.
Not sure if
I'm
there's
picturing
anyone
like I'm
else.
picturing Darkest Dungeon right now, just the line of people.
But I will be in the back there. Like,
With tiny little legs.
I, Etna Copperarm, and very much hoping to get to my cousin's wedding this weekend nearby.
In retrospect, we should probably have gone to the city to see if they knew anything about this.
What do you mean?
Well, the tower?
Maybe
But the city's 3 days away.
it is now. Well,
Yeah.
the other path, I mean.
Oh,
Oh. Well, that's too late now.
storm's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I hope to just wait out the storm in this nearby tower.
Yep, that's us. We don't mean any harm to anybody.
I don't think you understand the amount of malevolence
There you go.
that I felt.
Benevolence.
Anyways,
Is it open to the world since there's a lot of natural light, or is it fully dark inside?
There are definitely enough breaks in the walls where natural light comes through, but there are deep shadows here as well.
how
Can
does
Peter light? I want to light a torch.
Yeah,
Is that doable?
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
And
You
then I
you
think
strike
we all
a
have dark vision too.
yeah,
Yeah.
except for Peter.
Not
I
me.
think.
Everyone has dark vision but me. I can't see shit.
Nice.
I appreciate you warning us.
You
about
you
it.
do have an
Yeah.
instinct in darkness.
I do?
Can I see your character sheet?
I'm a human.
Yeah, no, but like
Oh. Yeah. There's not much written on there at the moment.
yeah, you do have a sense of something else you could do here.
Huh. Okay. Weird. Mm-hmm. Am I?
But lighting the torch does.
Was I a minor? Is that why?
Like a child?
No, like a minor, like a real like work with your hands kind of
I
person.
know you don't remember much.
I look at my hands.
I
like,
know you don't remember much, Peter, but minors do go down.
I
Oh.
don't want to insinuate anything, but we are headed into a dangerous area. Maybe we can focus.
all right.
How big is this tower? Like multiple rooms, or is it like one? It'd be one room if you open the door.
It has like an anteroom
Okay.
that you come into with like, it's a cloakroom. It's a place where you can take off your damp clothes. Then a large central room.
Okay.
If you move through that, the doors are gone, by
Okay.
the way. With like, a hearth and kind of like what looks like a mess area, a kitchen area. There is a stone stairwell down
Down.
and a stairwell going up.
Yep.
So when we get into the main room, it's empty?
There's... You know how the houses that you've been through have been kind of picked clean? This one still has stuff.
Down?
Sure. I mean,
Give me a...
Probably not up.
The
Give
only
me
way we'll see
a-
stuff is if we go up.
We should find who's here first.
What do you mean, who's here?
what do you mean who's here?
I told you there's someone here. You want to
Passive perception, please.
Passive perception?
10 plus your whiz modifier plus
13.
13,
Plus proficiency bonus, 11.
11.
Oh, you get
To
proficiency
passive.
bonus?
Yeah, if you have proficiency in perception,
No,
you
I
get
don't.
it to passive perception.
Yeah, no, 10.
10?
Yeah.
13?
13.
Something shifts out of the corner of your eye. Up here.
Okay, I try and shift and be like, come out!
You see something?
And just like gesture with the shield into the corner.
From the shadows, a shape emerges that is not itself a discrete shape, but it seems to be a projection from the shadow. And it lunges directly at you.
Holy shit, ghosts are real. I take
Roll
back what I
initiative.
said.
All right.
I made a mistake. Ghosts are real. I don't like this.
Sword,
17.
17. Hella,
17. I have higher dex than sword.
Yeah.
okay.
Ghosts are real.
It's like
Ghosts
17
are real.
plus or whatever.
Yeah.
I forget how to do that.
You can add a decimal, I think.
Oh, right, yes. Paul
The
did
Dewey
show me how to do
Decimal.
this.
Hello with that classic 17.1.
Brain, 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 please. Brain, please.
The number of times I've said that to myself. Brain? Brain.
Brain, are you there?
Brain, are you there?
It's me, Margaret.
It's me.
There we go.
God, are you there?
Boleznina.
3. That was a terrible roll.
You don't get your proficiency initiative, right?
No.
Okay.
And Peter,
14.
14. Okay. Sword. The
Hi.
shadow lunges at you with just like this outstretched hand, and suddenly you feel a chill move through you. What's your AC?
15 with my shield.
15. Would you bash away its attack with your shield, or would you just step out of the way?
I would definitely block because I've got these people behind me. So
Okay.
I wouldn't, if I step out of the way, it'll hit them.
It
So,
misses.
okay.
So, what is your? How do you see that happening?
I mean, could I make it actually a block? Like
Yeah,
it just
yeah,
comes right at
absolutely.
me and just like,
Corporeal?
just stop it with the shield.
It. You don't know if it's corporeal or not, but it certainly reacts as if it thinks it is.
Do I feel contact on the shield?
No. But it does. You are not struck by it.
Weird. Okay.
Hella.
So sneak attack works if the thing is engaged.
Yes.
Okay.
Roll to hit.
Interesting.
Yes, I've got my battle axe with my two hands. I'm
It
gonna,
has
like,
to be a
roll up.
finesse weapon, I think, for rogue sneak attack, doesn't it?
For sneak attacks, has to be finesse.
I
So then I'd
think-
have to use short sword.
I've been very sneaky with a battle axe. That smile.
I mean, it's sneaky adjacent.
I think it's any
Yeah.
weapon I have proficiency in, isn't it?
Sneak attack.
And I've got dwarven racial proficiency.
Oh yeah, okay. No, it must be a finesse or a ranged weapon.
Okay, so no sneak attack, but I'm still going to just bash it with the battle axe.
That's totally fair. Roll to hit.
Oh my goodness. 13?
13. Your axe strikes true, and the shadow almost seems to dissipate, like cleave, as if you're passing your axe through an ink in water. And it reforms, but definitely has an impact. Roll damage for me.
Does damage get a modifier on it, or is it just a straight roll?
Strength.
4.
4? Okay. There's an otherworldly like shriek. Almost. Peter.
All
No,
right.
sword.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The first thing that popped in my head was the line, "If it screams, it can be killed." It's just like, hit it.
Yeah. Go for it.
17.
17, that hits.
Yeah, my attack bonus is really quite something. So roll damage. 5.
5?
Yeah.
Okay. Your attack, again, creates like a crease almost in the space that this thing occupies before it's able to reform. You did 5? Okay.
Now that I've hit it and seen it scream on 2 occasions, what am I looking at? It's kind of ghostly. It's kind of corporeal.
It is what you would describe as a shadow. It almost seems two-dimensional, as if it's... You want to say it almost feels like it's being projected at you, but somehow occupies... You know, a shadow falls on a wall. You know what that looks like. It's like the shadow is being cast into the air in front of you.
Weird.
Yeah, it's very weird. Having done that, you get a sense of something else you could have done there.
Something else I could have done.
Or no, you don't. No, you don't. That was my bad. No, you don't. Never mind.
Trying to think back to memories of just like, what could I have done? Yeah. And
Peter.
my sword feels like
All
it
right.
touched something.
Yes, there was definitely resistance.
So Peter like has a longsword that he got from the caravan originally, and he's got his torch in one hand. And he's like, I don't like this, but he kind of makes like a real awful lunge, like it's real bad. But he thinks it looks cool.
Are you like the art from the original Berserk, like the person who discovered dual wield for the first
Yeah,
time?
it's just
You're
But yeah, I'll make a swing.
Okay.
Does a 17 hit?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So he makes a little poke.
Okay.
2 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
I like poke over sword. I'm like, yeah. I was like, get
Peter's clumsy strike is...
over. Like, piss off, ghost.
I mean, you basically are now standing around this thing going, gonna cry.
Nice.
And it is twisting as you attack it.
We're bullying a shadow.
Can I borrow a PHP if you...
Please do.
Thank you.
I suppose I should reveal this thing.
The reveal.
No, why? Boleznina. Or no, sorry. From the basement, you hear groans.
Good groans or bad groans?
Is this the evil, or is that the evil? Or whatever the
Malevolence.
malevolence.
That is equally distributed.
You're like, you're
It's
surrounded
a
by it.
load-bearing malevolence.
Okay, but we should hurry and deal with this.
You think?
Yes.
All right.
And you hear clumsy-sounding footsteps from the basement.
Just him or all of us?
All of you.
Oh. Okay. I'll take a look towards the stairs. Do I see anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see a human shape
Yeah.
struggling up the stairs with like dry, papery skin.
What the fuck?
Clearly, like dead. You've seen. You don't know if you've ever seen a dead body, but this is like whoever this is mega dead. They are super dead.
Super
And-
dead.
Yeah.
Ultra dead.
Yeah. And they're wearing like
Deader than dead.
like tattered remains of some kind of uniform.
So they look military, not civilian.
Wearing, really.
Yeah. Some of it is hanging together with irritating like persistence.
Okay. Hey, 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 hey.
Oh, noted. One at a time.
Beleznina.
Yes. Oh, good. I actually get. I thought I was going to get hit first. I'll attempt to strike it with my sword.
Okay.
It being the shadow.
All right.
15 plus 5 equals 20.
20. That absolutely
Combat
strikes.
specialist.
That will do.
Have we missed yet?
Ah.
Nobody's missed,
Well,
right?
that's still a 5 plus 3, 8 points of slashing damage.
I think
Okay.
Dana did the most damage of anyone so far.
It twists and warps under your barrage of blows, but hangs together.
Is it making noises?
Yeah, every time it's attacked, it responds with like what you want to call a scream, but really feels like something imitating a scream.
Yeah. Okay.
Gross.
Cool, cool,
Next
cool,
round.
cool. No doubt, no doubt.
Sword, it comes after you
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah, I'm still doing my best to keep like the shield up. I like the idea that we're a party. We're like pivoting around behind the shield in like a wedge format as we hit this thing.
18.
18 is a hit.
Okay. Wow. All right.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Wow. All right. You die.
What's your hit points?
12?
It does 11 to you.
Ow!
Malevolence.
Level 1 characters.
The great malevoler.
So, the nice thing about taking 11 is I can just erase the 2 on 12 and that's my remaining hit points.
Also, your strength is lowered by 1 point.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Temporarily.
Permanently?
Since they've decided not to make these effects permanent, they've spread them around a lot more.
That's good, because they used to suck, dude.
Oh, yeah, no, they were awful. They're still kind of irritating.
Yeah.
I was debating whether to use it or not. But,
Is strength used in calculating my attack bonus?
yes. So if
Okay.
it drops you...
If I lose a whole level, I lose. Okay, I
Yeah.
lose a lot. Wow.
Hella.
I swing at it again. Chop
Okay.
chop.
Yeah.
Battle axe.
Okay.
Chop chop.
Ooh. 9.
9, that does not hit.
Nine.
The ferocity with which it lunged after Sword seems to have left you unbalanced. Maybe. Sword. This thing just got the read on you, right? It studied what you were doing, maybe, and then just like reached for not your face, but like your chest.
Yep.
And you feel like just this sudden cold, not around your heart, but something adjacent to it.
As somebody who has lost a lot of fights, I feel very close to losing this one, which is not a good feeling. How worse for where does it look?
It is currently holding together, but the series of attacks that you have landed upon it have made it, you feel it's going down.
But, I'm sorry, I have an orc ability that I'm not quite sure, Relentless Endurance, that might be relevant here, but I'll look that up between
Okay.
combat runs. I'll ask for the PHP after. I'm just going to hit it.
Okay.
I just like,
Its AC is only 12.
it's either it goes down or I go down, and show me it going down. Miss.
Okay.
By a lot. Can I have the
Absolutely.
handbook? Thank you.
Peter.
I was kind of hoping to take it down there.
Peter, what's the sorry, I shouldn't say that. Don't know what it is. What's the other thing doing?
Shambling towards you.
Yeah, slowly. Towards me?
Yeah.
Specifically?
I don't know. Are you closest to it? Let's say yes.
That's unfortunate. I don't like that. Okay. What would Peter do? I just saw Sword get absolutely trucked.
Oh, oh. Like, you ever see somebody get hit so hard, they're like, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I got
All right.
this.
Well, I'm
And
gonna
I,
try
like,
to take
swim
another
back.
stab at the ghost.
Okay.
Whatever the. I guess now I believe in ghosts. 'Cause,
There's one beating up your buddy.
I don't think a 10's gonna hit, is it?
No, it's got an AC of 12.
Oh, that's yeah, it's an 11. Never mind. Yep. Nope.
Okay.
By one, eh?
Yeah, off by 1.
The zombie lunges towards you.
No, it is a zombie. I
Now
was
it's
right.
fast.
It's a zombie.
It seems to move kind of like in fits and starts, where it'll like, and then it'll kind of shamble along and then commit to an action.
What if it's one of the 28 days later?
The rage ones, it's really slow, and then it goes like... Running zombies really changed the game.
Yeah.
It did. Does a 12 hit?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It's not really a punch.
Yeah.
It kind of like it just slams you,
Okay.
right? Slams you for a grand total of 2 damage.
All right. All right. Well, I don't like that. Ow.
What?
Slapped you real hard.
Yeah.
as you
Just like
open
I'm
hand.
like stabbing. I'm trying to stab
Yeah.
this ghost, and all of a sudden,
Ah,
who did that?
show yourself.
Zombies don't respect kayfabe.
All right. 2 damage.
Boleznina.
I'm going to attempt to attack that shadow again.
Okay.
I attack the darkness.
Okay, that's definitely going to hit. That's a 24.
Absolutely hits.
Okay.
Is that still a crit thing on a longsword? Are you using a longsword?
I'm using-
Crits now only happen on 20s.
Okay.
They no longer have the expanded.
Oh, the range. You're like,
Yeah.
I crit on anything 15 or above.
Show my age a little bit.
Where you got
yeah.
like the fighting, what was the fighting clause?
Yeah.
With improved crit, and you could crit on like a 13.
Oh, yeah, it was incredible. Or you do the like, I spot weakness. I crit on anything that's a hit now. And you're like,
This game is dumb.
Question to you, Cam. Given my
game is stupid.
given my success in that hit, can I use that without possibly knowing what it is? Because I should have asked how.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Let's say you can.
Great. So with that hit, which will now deal
I'll look it up for next time, but we'll say you can totally use that for this round.
10 points of damage.
Holy sheep shit. Okay.
It
the-
explodes.
Yeah.
everyone takes no.
Hellamist. Sword Mist. Peter Mist. You, as this thing twists away from their attacks, landing this devastating blow on Sword, you are like, and now, and it just dissipates. Almost as if it remembered that it was dead.
Oh.
Right? Like the impression that you get from it is like, this shouldn't, what you're doing to it shouldn't kill it. But it does because it believes
Because
it.
it isn't alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. These things can be stopped.
Thank
Sword,
you.
keep going at it.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
What, isn't it dead?
It is
yeah.
dead. It
Yeah.
just, the sword pierces it and the shriek is cut off and just,
Okay. And Serge, you actually now have a bonus of 3 to use against a d20 roll.
Oh,
Point in the next 10 minutes.
I feel very motivated. Yeah, we can do it.
Feeling extra motivated. I woke up
All
this
right.
morning and lots of sleep. Feeling
not
extra
to miss.
motivated.
As like a lower moment, can we rotate now and face the next thing or whatever?
yeah.
Okay.
A second soldier, undead soldier, has joined the first one, staggering
Oh,
up,
but
staggering up the stairs.
What the fuck? What is this?
It's like a nest.
You feel the impulse to reach towards the wound that you suffered.
okay, I do that because it's like, oh god, there's backup coming. I'm gonna like rest my hand with the sword on the tree thing, and just be like, okay,
Roll me a dice of some description as I pass back and forth over the chapter multiple times.
I'm holding there. I feel a feeling building within me.
How much do you You may lay on hands now.
Cool. I heal 5 hit points.
You heal 5 hit points.
What the fuck was that? What? Because it obviously does something, right? Like, I see Surge's like, what was that? What, you could just do that?
My tree like lights up and there's a glow from my hand, and all of a sudden, like, I look a lot less wounded.
It's
Do I
galling,
know
actually.
that like, I obviously know magic exists. I'm not
Yes.
trying to say the thing that, like, I was like, what? You can do that? Like,
You said ghosts don't exist.
I mean, do you have arcane knowledge?
well, I guess that would,
Or religion?
no.
Okay.
Not trained.
Okay, then
Nothing.
that's very unusual to you.
Yeah.
That seems weird.
Well,
That was a
just
weird thing
like,
that just happened.
it doesn't seem out of the realm of possibility, but I didn't realize he could do that. Like,
Yeah.
Did you know you could do that?
No.
Okay.
I do have arcane knowledge.
Let's talk more zombie.
Yeah.
Smash.
Smash. Okay.
Hella smash.
Do you just like barrel into it, or do you?
Oh yeah.
All right. Just
Help! It just hit me in the face. I'm like covering one eye. I'm like, that hurt!
9.
9. That will almost definitely hit. Actually, these things make no effort to protect themselves.
Yeah.
7 damage.
It's
7.
almost like it wants to die.
Armor
Okay.
class, yes, please.
Does my magic fix my strength weakness?
No.
All right.
It'll wear off.
I hope.
I mean, no, it's permanent.
Don't skip
Sword.
leg day.
That was yours.
Yeah.
That was your round.
Yeah.
Peter.
Well, I like take a swing at this, I guess, the zombie that's in front of me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That hurt, you dick. Nope. I'm covering one eye, doesn't help.
What'd you roll? These things have an embarrassingly low AC.
I thought that was a 3, but that's actually an 8. I rolled an 11.
You hit.
Wow.
Your clumsy drunken swing connects.
5 points of damage. Ow, dick! Like, whack. Like, hit it back.
It staggers back from your combined attacks. However, it persists forward, lunging at probably you.
It's me.
What's your AC?
14.
But clumsily missing. The second one, into the space vacated as that one lunges forward, attacks Peter.
Oh, what the fuck?
Missing. That was
Are you sure? Because my AC is pretty low.
That was a 1.
Okay. Yep.
It is gloriously wide open. It presents itself like just this embarrassing.
It just
kind
like
of-
this really slow, like.
Yeah, like telegraphing it a mile away.
We can do the zombie, like,
Bolesny now.
I'll move to attack one of the zombies.
Okay, which one?
The one that you've been dealing with.
The first one.
Let's see
Oh,
what
sorry.
Zombie A.
zombie A.
Zombie A.
That will be. Oh, that's going to be very nice.
From
That'll
Zombie
be
A to Zombie Z.
24,
That hits.
and that will be doing 9 damage.
So I'm watching like Bolas Nana just basically make mincemeat of every creature
Yeah.
that's
So
showing
for
up.
thinking back-
He's like flourishing and like doing all
Yeah.
these cool.
No,
it's like, dude.
I don't think I'm flourishing. I think I'm just very heavily attacking and connecting somehow.
Bolus
Yeah,
Nano is
it-
obviously the warrior before.
No, it's the sword that's doing the work. It's not me. Who knows?
I mean,
Alright.
does the artist say the tool is doing the work? Does
Yeah,
say
it's
the
a poor
paintbrush?
craftsman that believes their tools for their success.
Yeah.
Hella, it's your turn.
the
Your
farmer say
attack.
Sword is just like, damn.
Yeah, it. You find a weak point and you. What would you even do with long swords? Are very flexible weapons. Are you just like slashing? Are you piercing? Are you like?
I feel like I'm just hacking.
Okay, yeah. You sever one of its arms.
Great.
Say.
Yes, I'm gonna go for its knees.
All right.
14,
Okay, that is a hit.
7.
Yeah, you Louisville slugger up and just like knee up through groin, halfway through chest, and like when you hit it, no, you have this reflex that you assume that at some point you're going to choke off your attack.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't get caught in something. But this just like, you know,
I thought people had more bones than this.
it's old and dry and just like
Oh.
crumbles.
I expected moist and squishy and just
hitting
like
Lego?
full of rot.
My mother told me this story about once when she was helping a friend's wedding and lifted the wedding cake and expected a fruit cake, you know?
Yeah.
And as
density.
it turns out that it was a lemon cake and she almost loved it directly. It's a lot like that where you're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Team Rocket's
It's
blasting out.
dead.
Ding!
It's dead.
Nice.
There is one more, however. Sword.
So I don't know if there's more coming up the stairs or not. So what I'd like to do, can I do an attack and just like shield charge it with the goal of pushing it towards the staircase and holding it at the stairs so it can just hit me? Can I do that as a level 1 whatever I am?
Let's say that yes, you can.
Okay.
I like that. So yes, you can do that.
Would that be athletics? Would that be roll attack to hit? What would you like me to do?
What is you'll roll a strength attack to hit, in which you are proficient.
So I rolled a 15 plus my strength, which is now penalized, would be 17 altogether.
Okay.
Operation Move the Zombo.
17.
Zamboni.
We'll call this a
You know, I was just
melee
trying to think of
attack
something. I was like,
doing
can
1 die 3 damage plus your strength.
I don't have a D3. Is that just a D6 divided by 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1 plus
Strength bonus.
3.
3? Okay. You don't inflict much damage on it,
I
but it's
shield bash it. And ideally, I'm now protecting my companions.
absolutely. So, Peter, sword has just trucked right on past the one that was attacking you, and now it's gone.
It's like it's gone out of my vision. I'm like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? Ah, okay.
So he is shoving it, and it is like staggering backwards, but not falling.
Correct.
Much
I
like
guess
that
I'll
very
use that
expensive
to like
television
kind of
behind
like I do the same thing where I come up behind sword and I'm like I try to stab over top of him. I don't know. I'm just figuring out how to fight. I was like, yeah, I guess this is how it works. Hope I don't stab sword.
you. Yeah, roll the hit.
Still covering
Me
one
too.
eye.
Torch to your head?
I'm like holding the torch. Kind of like, I guess I'm holding the torch and I'm like covering my eye. I'm like, that fucking hurt, dude. It's like, I got a 16.
That hits.
All right, for 6 points. Nope, 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage.
Yeah.
All right. Peter's sword stabs into it.
All right. The plan
Comes
is
in a
working.
little too close to your head.
Yeah, it's like, can you not stab around my ears?
Rattles around in the chest a bit.
Yeah.
It attacks you, though.
Yep, that makes sense. Got the shield up.
What was your AC again?
15.
That is a... Actually, that's a 15.
All right.
The price of being the party tank.
Yep.
For 3 damage,
Ow.
as it can't really like get the leverage to attack, but it definitely like grabs like makes a grab at your face and like
Gross.
yeah.
Yep.
I don't like that.
Not the nose. Not the nose.
Boleznina.
It's got your nose.
Boleznina.
Yep,
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Thank you. I was going to wait until after. Sword. Step to the side for a second.
Okay.
And I'll come lunging in with a... Ooh, that's going to be 14.
That hits.
That will then be doing 12 points of damage.
Okay.
You ever seen a zombie explode?
Boleznina's attack pinions it. It's still functioning, though. Although, like, a large chunk of it, let's say, goes limp.
Okay.
Okay.
I need someone to finish this off.
Do we coordinate in a way that I could like step back in front and like close the gap?
Possibly, but it is Hella's turn next.
Oh, okay.
This thing is stuck to a wall, almost.
So I guess I'll just plant the axe in it.
Okay. You deliver unto it the axe.
9.
9. That is a hit.
Wow.
These things are damage sponges, but they're not terribly hard to hit.
12?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Once again, just yeah, it gets smote I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you just like push your axe
Yes.
through it? Okay. Yeah, wonderful.
Sideways.
At the flat
Just
side.
like
Yeah.
plain, like
Oh, just like plane it.
yeah, yeah.
Ew, gross. Yuck, yuck.
Anyway, it collapses. Hella does something terrible to it, but very workmanlike.
Yeah, like very precision, like very like this is almost like a there's like a practiced steady hand, like you know what I mean, like
Yeah, or kind of like watching someone scoop ice cream.
gross,
Bonito
that.
flakes.
gross.
And it collapses. Whatever magic was holding it together dissipates.
Are there any more?
Our
Give me a
first
perception
combat.
roll. You
Can I just like do the sense? Do
Yeah.
I feel more of that presence anywhere?
no,
or-
you don't.
It's like I think that was the last of them.
How come I feel like everyone's better than I am?
It's a 16 on perception.
You don't hear any more,
I just watch
any
you
more
like
things.
go
Although you do hear the
absolutely
horses
apeshit.
outside snorting, kind of like
He
anxiously.
healed himself.
Okay.
Some
Yeah.
people are better than others at certain activities.
Speaking of healing ourselves, can I do that thing again? Like, can I try and channel that feeling? And
When you do, you suddenly get like a feeling of exhaustion. Unless did you use it all? It's
yes,
5 times level, right?
I can do it for a total number of hit points equal to my level. Yeah.
Yeah, so you exhausted that resource. And when you try to, there's a feeling of like you're asking too much.
Huh. That'd have been really handy right now. I'm in a lot of pain.
We should check the down and the up to make sure there isn't anything else
Sure.
that might surprise us.
I'd like to look at the horses.
That's a good idea.
Who says the undead were all inside?
Let's check on the horses,
Yeah.
then check the basement, then check up top.
Yeah, the evil has been vanquished, but there could be something else here.
Okay.
Evil has been defeated.
Da-da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. The horses are spooked and nervous, but nothing seems to be menacing them or threatening them.
Okay.
They seem upset.
It's fine.
Me too.
It seems like a reasonable reaction,
Mood.
really.
Me too.
Yeah, big mood. Do you check the rest of the tower?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shall we check the basement first, or should we check
Yeah.
the tower? Yeah. Check the basement first.
Horses are fine. Okay, we'll go in formation. I've got the shield up.
Yeah. Trundle down.
The basement towers, if you're fighting right-handed, you want counterclockwise going
I think
down?
it's counterclockwise.
Yeah, it's a counterclockwise stairwell going down and leads into a smooth stone basement that was probably once full of usable supplies that have long since rotted, then turned into dust. Right? Like if it ever smelled bad down here due to provisions going bad, that was a long time ago.
Is there a wonderful, large, rusty chest full of loot?
Yes and no.
I close my eyes. Am I sensing anything?
Treasure is not really here right now. Treasure was gone. Treasure went away.
Damn.
Treasure went to a farm upstate.
There are no further undead down here.
That's the important thing for
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's head upstairs and see what we can see.
Okay. Again, the stairwell curls upwards. It's rickety. The part that isn't set into the ground is getting more and more unstable and unsafe feeling. But you arrive kind of upstairs around like where the hearth, where you think it would go, but it's collapsed after a little while, and this seems like it may have been a sleeping area.
Do we get a view of the surroundings? And has like the storm kicked in yet, or has it not quite started to rain yet?
It's not quite started to rain yet, although the smell,
Pre-rain
rain
smell.
smell,
The ozones.
petrichor.
And the smell of zombies.
Nothing like the smell of zombos in the morning.
But there is broken furniture up here that is like either rotted or semi-petrified, let's say. Nothing is usable, but it alludes to the presence of some kind of living space.
Does the flooring and the roofing seem safe enough and stable enough to stay here, or
You would,
would we prefer to stay on the first floor?
Hella, you would definitely prefer to stay on the first floor.
I would definitely prefer to stay on the first floor.
Sorry, but that's like,
suggested.
yeah, you get the dwarf thing.
Yeah.
Right? That, you tap your foot.
Security.
Yeah, no,
No.
absolutely not.
All right.
You can like feel the tower sway in the wind. You're like,
So yeah, there does seem to be the ruin of a third floor, but there's no clear way to access it.
I don't know. I'm just chilling. I guess like I'll make a fire. Like I'll use the fireplace. Can I do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'll try to like make some sort of heat source for the night.
Yeah, you can gather up wood
Yeah.
from the surrounding area. There's a lot of
There's, like,
deadfall here.
Chairs
Actually,
and benches and stuff. I
a
assume.
lot of it is no longer suitable for burning,
Oh,
I would guess. But there is a lot of deadfall outside.
Okay.
As you notice, if you go outside looking for firewood because there's nothing to burn here, that there's a lot of like dead trees and things that have fallen over nearby, and like little fragments of brittle feeling metal in the ground, like dull gray metal.
Perception.
Yeah, or investigation,
Uh,
or arcane.
no. Neither of those things.
Okay.
That's a 1. Sure is some metal on the ground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You pick some of it up and it like crumbles
Yeah.
almost, and there's like an oily feeling on your hand.
gross.
I want to show Bull's Nana because he's way smarter than I am.
Okay.
Like, hey, I was just gathering firewood and there's like metal on the
Huh,
ground.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
I will roll a,
Anything about? It's weird, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's metal.
6.
Maybe it's some kind of mineral.
Yeah, it might,
Yeah.
might be naturally occurring.
What's it smell like?
Ozone.
Oh, okay. Weird.
Kind of like it smells metallic.
Yeah. I finished gathering the firewood and try to hunker down for the night.
Interesting. If you were at all curious, something changed in the fight. Like the ability to sort of like draw power and heal myself.
Yeah, that's wild.
And I also I've only felt it twice, once in the pub last night, once now, sort of an ability to sense things, and I have no idea what that means from my background, but it feels right.
Like you do have a sense of when you detected the evil before.
Yeah.
You were kind of given a sense of purpose, and now that purpose seems to have been accomplished.
It felt right to defeat evil. So maybe I can do something good with these hands.
Like, help me drag these bodies outside.
You grab one of the arms, and it's like, oh,
Gross.
All right.
This was supposed to be attached.
I help throw the zombie bodies outside.
they're so floppy.
Coming to bits.
Nice.
Easier to use like a snow shovel.
Gross.
Yeah,
Oh
just
my
like,
God.
Trundle.
yep. But you're able to get a fire going.
Yep.
You don't seem to suffer any ill effects from whatever that is.
It's poisoned. You die.
Oh,
Yeah,
from the metal?
Yeah, it's not poisonous. It's not like radioactive or anything. But what I'm going for there is that's what happens when adamantium. That's what happened to all of their architecture, basically. That was like structural steel for this thing, and when the level of magic fell.
Yeah. All the magic metals don't stay together anymore.
Okay.
I just realized that people might be like, "Oh, it's like Chernobyl."
No.
Right? There's not any
Oh.
radioactive
Yes.
stuff on the ground outside, right? But no, it's like, if you get an amalgam of or an alloy of different metals, then metals aren't good for things. That's why everything around here is kind of dead.
Okay.
Can't
I thought
say
it was
wasn't
because of the
thinking it
evil.
the whole time.
Oh. I thought it was just an evil source, which is where the zombies came from, not metal poisoning.
This is a toxic waste site. in some senses, but it's, you can stay here overnight as long as you don't
Yeah,
Drink
I was
water.
afraid it was radiation and we were already dead.
It's more of a case of correlation isn't causation, but you probably should pay attention.
Yeah. All right.
The storm blows in.
Yeah.
Night begins to fall, and the design of the tower is such that even in its compromised state, you're able to stay more or less dry. Water sluices away down a clever series of drains. The basement doesn't flood, and you realize that's because it's like it drains like very gently towards like a sump in the middle. Everything about this structure seems thoughtful to you, like it was meant to last forever.
It's not like that nasty bug nest hotel.
Until it didn't, until a circumstance arose in which it couldn't. And as the thunderstorm gathers and lightning starts to crash in the distance, you see one crash over again into the mountain on the horizon in a way that reminds you.
Yeah, that's the thing.
What?
Sorry, what?
The place.
That's our destination?
Yeah.
And we'll call it there.
All right.